Yeah, no worries, bro.
Yo, what's going on, Lords of the Realm? What's going on, Fastback OG, NLG with the bronze? Welcome to the realm, brother. Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining. You already know, and of course, OG Lord Gene. That's what's up, man. Welcome to the realm, Lord Bronze. You know what I'm saying? NYT Music with the $4 super chat. Thank you, brother, man. We got 15 in here strong. Scream, what's going on, brother? Oh, I see Undead with his eyes. Undead, what's going on? Scroll there. Yo, King, everybody, let you talk a little bit so let me see if they can hear y'all. Make sure
Yeah,
everything.
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Make sure the levels is good. We got Rage in the building. You know what I'm
How's
saying?
it going, everybody?
You know what I'm saying? Addict, talk to him. Talk to the people. I want to make sure the people can hear you besides me.
Hello.
Yo, let me know if
Still
y'all can
waking
hear
up over
everybody good, man. Then we'll mute and then we'll just chill out. So let me give me some feedback, y'all. What's up, Squirrely Dan? Just give me some. You from what was it? Yellowknife. Let me know if Yellowknife what's going on. Cutie up there. Audio is good. King's audio is muffled as if he's too close to the mic.
Do I need to back up off that? Yeah, how does that sound for you?
How's levels now, Six Slayer? Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Shane Tomlin, he said now he's better.
Okay, no problem.
Right, no doubt. NYT Music, what up? We're going to chill for a little bit. We're just chilling out, eat some food. We will see y'all in a minute and be right back. I did not realize that.
Yeah. I got all of them.
You got all of them?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Make sure before we even start, can chat talk real quick, King, because you know how this goes sometimes. He said I had this one time. Yo, make sure y'all can hear everybody.
I can hear everybody.
Yeah, just want to make sure, because sometimes OBS does weird stuff with the settings when you unmute. You know what I'm saying? So chat, just let us know real quick before we get into
here.
You know what I'm saying? Squirrely Dan, who did that for you? I don't hear nobody chat. Tell us, man. Audio's clean, so you can hear everybody. Good? That's what's up. Undead. That's what's up. All right. So, we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords Podcast and the lordsofgaming.net, episode number 155. And it's another glorious Sunday. We're back in front of the round table on the Lord's Day. I'm very excited about our special guest, and we've got HaloInfinite rumors, Red Dead 2 to Game Pass, Xbox Series X developer feedback, and March NPD to discuss, so we're going to get right into it. I want to introduce a Lord who is not only a passionate and up-and-coming content creator within our gaming community, but also has the dedication and the drive to truly reach his potential as one of the top writers in the game. Introducing the creator and host of the Neon Garden YouTube channel, panelist of the Gaming Perspective podcast, and writer/reviewer of lordsofgaming.net, gaming's true Viking Lord of the North, and the Gingerbeard King.
Man, that was real
buddy.
extra.
It's real though. Look at it's real. Live from Alberta, Canada, and making his debut into the realm of the Lords, my man, Lord Ragevirus X. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for that incredible intro. I am so happy to be on here today. It is going to be so much fun.
Woo, my man. Absolute pleasure to have you in the realm. One of our new additions to the team and been killing it in such a short time, so we had to do this up, man. Long overdue, man. How are you? How you been? What you been playing? What's been going on in the world of Ragevirus?
Oh, really? It's been a little bit all over the place, especially with this whole COVID-19 thing.
Yeah.
The
T-virus. The T-virus.
They're not organizing people anymore.
They're not, but we got to be safe. We got to protect the Iron Man. We got to protect the Iron Man, y'all.
The thing that's been floating around out there. Anyways, yeah, it's been an interesting time, but I've been doing pretty good, honestly. Staying busy. I've been playing quite a few games, actually. I got my hands on Minecraft Dungeons earlier this week, and I spent about 20 hours playing that game, and it is phenomenal. Nice. I am so excited for that game. I'm still working on my impression speech for that one. Stay tuned to lordsofgaming.net for that.
Already know.
Soon. Other than that, I've been playing Days Gone, and I started up XCOM 2 yesterday.
You took it back to the OG. I heard you on Perspective. You picked. So what made you pick up XCOM 2?
Well, free play days for one.
Free 99. We about that free 99. You know what I'm saying?
You know it, right? So if it's free, you gotta play it. So I started playing it, and I'm actually really enjoying my time. And not just that, but there's XCOM Chimera Squad coming out soon too. So that kind of piqued my interest. I'm like, I should go back.
Let me go back. Yeah, I feel you.
XCOM 2, see what the actual experience is about. I'm really enjoying it. I might actually pick up this game on sale, or actually got it on my PS4, so I might just switch over to that afterwards and continue on there.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to recently. Yeah.
No doubt, man. Good stuff. Always rocking. Novez says free is always a good asking price. Shout out to Gaming Forte. Stitch is happy. I didn't get no slander because he ain't see a Switch topic. Salute to Stitch. He said, you're looking for bad, fireable. Yo, I still got to give you that coming in hot, though. I got to give you that coming in hot. Shout out to Stitch for being petty. You already know. So, you already know we're down a horseman, man. So, shout out to Sav, man. Please send some love to Sav, man. He's definitely not feeling feeling well. Hit me up last night. My brother is going through it. You know what I'm saying? So please hit up Lord Solve, the Iron Bank, the solo gamer, man. He is hurting a little bit. Send some love. And also, real quick before we get into that, I want to shout out, send an Iron Lord, put the crest up for my man Mojo Blues. What's going on, Attic? I'm sorry, you said something? You were saying something?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought y'all heard her say something. Yeah. But yeah, put it up for Mojo Blues, man. He is really going through it right now. My brother was in the chat early from the hospital bed, has some having some heart issues. So please, man, send some love to my brother Mojo Blues. He's on Twitter. You can also find him on the Next Gen podcast, I believe, with Mods, Lord Mods, and Jamie Moran. So send some love to him, man. We definitely want to give him some positive vibes today. But anyway, you already know we still got 3 horsemen, those lords of the realm for the round table. My co-host with the co-most, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, Lord of Reviews, and the How of the Young Wolf. My man, Lord Addict, how we doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. I was tired like maybe 30, 40 minutes ago, but the realm has energized me.
That's right. You know what that was that JC. What more
I'm still tired. But yeah, I've been playing this XCOM game, man. This I don't even want to try. Chimera Tech, whatever it's called. I don't know, quite Chimera Squad.
You might want to take care. We got 2 things going on in the realm. We got someone that's joined, and we got some Chinese.
Put those crests up for that join.
So we got the put the crest up for Alex. Welcome to the realm.
Welcome to the realm, brother.
Thank you for subscribing to the gold tier, man. You are a lord. Mm-hmm. We got a $20 super chat from Smitty Smith. Chapter 2, verse. Give a rose. Please accept my humble of thanks and extreme gratitude for all the work of Lognet, IOP, KOS, and Last Word, the Book of X.
Wow, that means a lot.
We appreciate your generosity.
That means a lot. Like you watch all the content. That's respect, brother. Could continue at it.
Yeah, but I've been playing this for a couple days. Mm-hmm. It's not like.
How we like XCOM. Come on, we XCOM hardcore. Come on, let's get to it.
It's definitely. I would say this isn't as forgiving as the original XCOMs because I'm pretty much like a vet at this brand. Like these type of games, I've played almost all of these I can get my hands on, and I had to restart because I was getting killed so bad.
Damn.
And but you know. After I've learned how things work, I've learned how they want you to play the game because XCOM you can make your squads the way you wanted to make your squads,
right?
But on here, there's none of that. It's like, look, you're gonna play the way we want you to play. Mm-hmm. And it was just like
it's an adjustment, right? It's like an adjustment in play style. Continue.
Is it more because they give you those type of loadouts with those characters are specific? Is it more aligned just like a story because of those characters that you have?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. See, the thing is like I'm used to being able to just do what I need to with anyone. Mm-hmm. Right. But it's just like it really matters because at the beginning of the game, they're like, look, here's your 3 people, pick one. And they give you this list of people, 3. And it really matters who you pick because it can change the whole outflow of the entire game.
Yes.
Wow.
And then they let you, like, there's 3 enemy factions, and they let you pick one of them to research and fight. Mm-hmm. And that matters, too, because if you pick one too soon, because I got to the end, and I was fighting the boss of one of the factions, and I was sitting there, I did it for 40 minutes. I was like, I'm going to have to restart the game. There's no way. Mm-hmm. There's no way. Like,
hold on 1 second. I saw something in the chat. Shout out, put up the crest up for Lord Six Slayer, man. He's going through it too, man. Everybody's going through some. And RIP to my condolences to your aunt Friday. She passed at 91. Thank you, brother. I mean, definitely.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you for sharing, and sorry to hear that. That's first.
Sorry to hear that.
Salute,
everybody that also look on my Twitter to check out some of the stuff that I drink and that I take daily. Yeah. And COG definitely works out all the time. So
I'm trying. That helps. I've been slacking a little bit, but I've been trying this week. Trying to get back to it. But I'm sorry, Addict. Yeah. So like you were saying, as far as the adjustment period and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's an adjustment, but I to be honest with you, I think it's an adjustment that needed to happen. I might appreciate the way the other ones is because I think what they're doing in this game is they're building up the world for XCOM 3, and I think these characters that you're playing, they're going to be key people.
Okay.
In that world, regardless of what type of world they're going to make. Mm-hmm. I don't know what type of world they're going to make, but I do think they're going to be key people. Mm-hmm. And one thing I could really give this game is it's nice to use the aliens' abilities against them.
Yo, when you get to be them And it feels so good because being terrorized as an XCOM fan by snakes and the dudes that control your mind, and to be them on your side, oh man, it feels good. I know what you mean, Addict. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
they're annoying.
It's definitely interesting because like you'll see like sectoids and stuff that's like the basic enemy of XCOM. Yeah. They'll be like in jeans and a shirt.
Yeah, but they domesticated. They domesticated.
They're on vacation, man. Come on.
They down with us now. They got their police uniform on. You know what
it's weird. It's weird doing stuff and seeing like the precautions of it. Like when I go into a place like civilians, it's not human civilians anymore. That could be alien civilians.
Alien civilians now, because the world has changed. It's literally humans and aliens trying to live in peace in this one city, and they're like the cops. They're like a mixed cop unit to try to keep the peace.
And what I really like about it is if you look at all these characters' bios, it will literally tell you what they were doing before the first war. It will tell you what they're doing during the war. It will tell you what they're doing after the war. Dope. So they're clearly wanting you to know what's going on with these characters.
Yeah, because I guess they want to build that continuity.
Yeah,
to keep to get that reoccurring dollar, which is smart.
No doubt. Oh, we got to throw up the crest for Smitty Smith file super chat. Christopher Hart doesn't know how to read the Book of X anyway. You don't want this battle, bro. Oh, they ready because they all ready.
$5. You got a $5 super chat from Smitty Smith. I would battle Chris Hart to a battle of wits, but sadly he is unarmed.
Leave Christopher Hart. Why are we super chatting attacks on Chris Hart?
What's going on? You know why he's attacking Chris Hart in super chat? Because he knows Chris Hart is not gonna go there.
Yeah. So he tried to get the dominant victory with that.
You know why? The chat is gonna scroll. People don't even see that, but that super chat will be read for the world to know.
So, he tried to get his Book of X dominance out. He
comes with his dollars on deck. He said, "I'm going to spend X amount of dollars today," and Christopher Hart is in trouble.
He's like, "This is the easiest W I'll ever take."
Don't
try to get my man out of there. You probably your pocket watching my man.
Let me give a shout out to Christopher Hart, and he tweeted out something that was very important the other day about drug addiction and drug abuse, and it was very heartbreaking. I just got to salute you, brother, because I was going to salute you online, but I definitely was going to salute you today because to bring awareness to that type of plight, especially right now when we're dealing with this situation with a lot of people self-medicating and being locked off from people, this stuff can be very hard on others. So
absolutely,
for you to bring awareness to that, that was beautiful stuff.
You already know. So that has been it, Lord Addict.
Yeah, I've literally just been playing this over and over. Now, I will say the game has a lot of crashes. I thought maybe it was just my PC. I went and looked up the reviews for Steam. No, there's definitely some issues with this game.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. What's up with why the whole game could be played with controller? Part of me is like, you could have easily put this on console, but that's another thing.
Well, I mean, all the XCOMs could be played with controller on PC.
It's just weird they choose to release it in the manner they release it, but it is what it is. So
I think they hate console people.
Oh my god!
I think they hate console people because they keep doing this. Like the original XCOM 2 wasn't on PC.
Yeah.
On Xbox for a long time, and then you got these publishers that after they do stuff like that, then they'll go back to wherever they wherever their company is 2K or something. I don't know why it didn't sell on console. We was a year late, but I don't know why.
It's a turn-based, man.
Well, it doesn't sell like that on console.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah. Salute the Gaming Perspective. You got your boys in the building. You see Undead in there. I see Eric Jackson, the man. You know what I'm saying? Salute ISC family. Yeah. Oh, I heard you talking reckless on Gaming Perspective. I heard you. You try to say that I changed my position on Final Fantasy VII is to go as far as Game of the Year, and I did not change my position, sir. I still said I agreed with King and said it can't win a game. So you're gonna be talking slick. I heard you. The cog listens. The cog listens, Eric Jackson.
I'm going.
Watching is stuck, man.
I'm going against that. Now it can win Game of the Year.
Oh man, see, I held my position. I got weak for a second. That was it.
And there's a reason it can win Game of the Year, but I can't go with it.
We can't go with it. What's up?
So we got a $20 super chat from JD Gamer.
Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you.
I'm here because loyalty matters. X is gonna give it to you. Hashtag the Book of X.
Shout out to JD Gamer, man. You already know. And of course, they on today. Of course, we got the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the XS Gamer.
Ooh.
The Lord of Combat Sports. king of the statues. It demands nothing less than that premium experience. It is the leader of the fraud alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how are we doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. But before we get to that, turn the beat around. Let me see that thing now.
Woo!
Oh, that's great.
Yancey Street.
I'm gonna tell you right
Love
now, boys, clobbering time.
Clobber.
If y'all didn't go see that, please. Definitely go see that. And if you did not see the last word, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you, but my name is Bife was on there for the 100th episode. It was so. Listen, I think Cog gave him the greatest. I'm kind of low-key jealous. I think Cog gave him the greatest intro he's have ever given anyone. If you think Cog gives serious intros to dudes, listen, guys. I want everybody he ever gave an intro to go watch that show to show you when he's in his bag.
I had to do it for Bife, man. This is Bife.
He was like Muhammad Ali with the wordplay. It was like, ooh, the pen was ill. Like, I don't know, he was sitting there writing like.
I had to write one of my best verses, son. It's Bife, bro.
Yo, Bife even said, "My God."
Yeah. Yo, he had me over when he said that. He made me feel good. He was like, "Yo, no one has ever did nothing like that." But I was like, "No doubt."
I got goosebumps. I had to rewind it and watch it again. I mean, it was really good. I mean, I'm telling you, I know you. See, whenever I do something good, because I watched this KOS. I probably watched this KOS like times. And I know when you do something good, you got to go back and watch it, man.
Of course, you killed that.
Yeah, man.
You killed that, man. Salute to the stories. Like we talked offline. Like, listen, gotta salute my bro now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all thinking it's just statues, like, listen, I'm telling y'all right now, please listen to King of Statues, because at the end of the day,
it's not. It's a breakdown of everything. Like, whatever that statue is, you gonna know what he was born, who his brothers are.
Like, you gotta understand, as a young and I'm just getting into comic books. You know what I'm saying? King put me on, and I'm a surfer guy, right? So when he's telling the story of what he's talking about, the King about Thing and who he fought, the champion. And he's telling me the power levels and how much what Thing did mattered because of who he fought. That's why, please listen to King of Statues. You will get true history, not just the MCU version of things in a modern way. You'll get the true origin. And then my man posted up the comic books with the panels and you in your bed. You on to something, man. You on to something.
I do appreciate it, man. We had to talk about that. Also, Iron Lords is going to be on TikTok very soon. Woo! That's going to be a thing. So you'll be able to follow Iron Lords on TikTok. It's something that I am truly reluctant in doing. But I see the wave in the people on TikTok.
Yes, I didn't realize how big that platform is getting.
Shout out to Sinister for being annoying and sending me TikToks every day. Like,
I
do it too.
Them damn TikToks. But we gotta bend the knee to TikTok.
I'll be sitting there at work. I'll be sitting there at work looking through TikTok, and I'll be like, okay, I gotta do my paperwork. Man, it was 2 hours looking through TikTok.
All right.
Hold on, we missed it. I'm get you back.
So let's get these super chats real quick before they go away.
Smitty Smith, gotta salute the Shinobi, ain't the Cognition, Lord Cog. You already know. Salute the Bill Stillwell on my team, the Cognition team. Salute. That was dope when he said that. That's the name of his team, the Cognition. That's lit. Yep. Continue. What's going on, man? What's going on, Ken?
All right. So, okay. So here we go. All right. This is what I've been playing this week. So I've been playing Gato Roboto. Shout out to Game Pass. Let's put those Game Pass. And who did that for you? Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer, soon to be Aurelius. Soon to be Aurelius. And you are.
You sound like a true Roman Lord when you say that.
You know what's funny? I was in a Discord and they were talking about that. It was It was the other bad bit, not the one that comes on here.
Big Cloud. Big Cloud.
Yeah, Big Cloud. We were talking. He was like, he started saying it, and Forte corrected it. Forte's like, no, we ain't going that way. We're gonna do this right. Like,
yo, shout out to Fonz. He said ILP TikTok. What? WTF? Look, man, we got to get on all the platforms. I hope you're feeling better, Fonz. Oh, super chat. Damn, real quick, and then I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, get it.
New chapter begins. Jonathan B. $5 super chat. New chapter begins. The pamphlet of PS5. Christopher Hart, insert your Cerny rewards card directly into the DualSense to send a super chat. Yo, that was crazy. They go there, man. Continue.
All right. So check it out, right? I've been playing Gato Roboto.
Okay,
which is insane. If you're a Metrovania type of dude, if you like Metroid in any form or fashion, this Metroid is monochrome, right? And it's a cat who got he went to the planet with his master, right? And he has to get to the suit to walk around, and it's Metroid.
It's
with
Metroid
a cat.
with a cat.
It's Metroid with a cat. Okay, it's Metroid with a cat. All right, just get it. The formula is the same. If you love Metroid, you're gonna love this, right? Also, I was playing Momodora.
Okay.
Love Momodora, so I'm on my my throwback stuff.
Okay.
But at the same time, I noticed Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer, soon to be Aurelius,
Yes.
definitely send something my way will deliver us from the moon. So I downloaded that.
Got
right?
stop you right there
Good
for a second
timing.
because we got Lord Gene in the chat. He said it's so good, and he has an article right now, a review up on Deliver Us from the Moon, which got kudos from the developer. So he said it has sci-fi production values. He's a big fan of it. So salute to Lord Gene in the building. Already see him in the chat. We got some great kudos on lordsofgaming.net. So continue, sir.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I have my eye on, and I definitely want to go play. But I went back to Telltales, right? So I booted up the S this weekend, and I'm like, yo, Batman. And I'm into, because I purchased them all before. They had them on sale. It was like on one Thanksgiving, and I went and I purchased them, and then lo and behold, they came out of Game Pass and stuff like that. But I said, let me go back to these games. I never played them. Never played them at all. Not one time.
Wow.
Right. So I said, let me get inside these games and let me see, what Telltale, because The Wolf Among Us is probably my best Telltale's game, right?
Classic.
But this Batman,
They're making another one of those.
That Batman is lit. I know y'all played that Batman. I'm like,
this Batman is giving them a run for the money.
Batman's fire.
Because it's a reimagining of Batman.
Yes.
It's not the same story.
It's not it's an adaptation.
Okay.
Bro.
Right.
Yeah, continue. I love it.
So when I put it in, I thought I was just gonna get like the Batman that I know.
Yeah.
The story that I know. No.
Can we spoil one part about his family?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm saying because you know it already. Like, the pops is like crooks and like the Wayne family did mad dirt and like.
But that's what they was talking about when they was at the party.
Yes,
it was like our blood need to stick together.
Yes,
like, and I'm like, what?
Yes.
And then Falcone shows up and
the mob joint trying to shake him down. Yo, you on it? Yep.
So. It gives you a feeling of when you're playing Bruce Wayne, you're on the defensive because you don't want to let them know who you are, but you also want to stand your ground. You don't want to be meek.
Yes.
So I think I messed up. I really think I messed up there. But I'm playing the game and I couldn't help and marvel how beautiful it looks and how it flowed. And that was just on my S, not my X.
Oh, you took it back.
Yeah, so I'm like, wow. I said, Telltale, I think we got burnt out on them.
Yeah.
But they were putting out some quality stuff.
Yeah.
And I really hope they come back a little bit stronger with a little bit more fluidity when in the
they were a very talented studio that was poorly managed.
Yeah, the chat agrees. Shout out to Squirrely Dan. He said he just finished season 2 of Story's Fire. Shout out to Undead. He said Batman was some of Telltale's best work. Oh, we got a super chat. Get that super chat from Spidey Man. Oh, we got two.
Oh, Christopher Hart showed up. Hold on.
So we got a $5 super chat from Spider-Man.
Spider.
Look, man, it's not my heart. It is not my problem that he spelled his name wrong. All right. I listened to PS YouTube podcast last week, and he said Xbox Series X will never reach its full potential because it releases on PC. And then King, that's your man's. You can talk.
King is not reading that. I already know.
Let me see if I can. All right. So, the Book of Sony will expose all you fraud. You know what, Christopher Hart? I love your passion, and I'm not gonna front. A lot of times, Christopher Hart comes here. I want you to know one thing, Christopher. You have a home here. Where your PlayStation dudes don't support you, I shout you out. I support
Hold
you.
on 1 second.
Just go buy that X.
Yes. Hold on 1 second. I think we missed JD Gaming. He said, Cog, we missed him. Let me go up. Sorry about that, brother.
Okay,
Things are
sorry,
moving. Yes, you are right. $5 super chat. JD Gamer, throw the crest up. As a side note, I love classic Superman, not the OP version of today. Can we get a Superman classic / silver / golden ages tidbit? Hashtag no bullets to the eye.
Okay, so I
Hit him,
did
King.
that. I did that. I did 2 Superman statues for you.
Yes, he did.
And I think you need to go back and watch old episodes of KOS.
Yes.
Because 2 Supermans is there. I gave you the new 52. That's the one that you can probably see right there with the cape on the side. And let me just turn this around so
Turn
you
it
guys
around
can
over
see
there.
it. So you can see that Superman that's right there in your face. That Superman is the one that I did, and you can see that's Kingdom Come Superman, and that's old school Superman. Yeah.
On LordCognito.net too.
That's the broken Superman, correct?
Yeah. Shout out to we got to throw it up for Squirrely Dan. And who do we get in? Make sure I'm not missing stuff today. Oh no, still missing stuff. There's stuff going on. All right, so Smitty Smith throw the crest up. $2 super chat. Chris had to copy me. LOL. Try again.
You know what? I gotta hand it to Chris, man. He comes here every week and he gets teamed up in the chat. He gets obviously harmless jokes. We don't mean anything we said over. We go at him and he's still here every week.
Yo, shout 2 people though that did social that are here that I haven't seen in a minute. Hazardor Gaming, man. I know you have went through some medical stuff. Good to see you, brother. That's what's up. And of course, Senjutsu Sage. That's my OG. That's my FanFest E3 OG. Salute. You already know. And then we got thrown up for Squirrely Dan with the $2 Canadian. Batman on Telltale's better story than any of the movies, gang.
So far it's shaping up that way. I like how they introduced his first meeting the Catwoman.
Yes.
I like how they're introducing his relationship with Harvey Dent. And I like how they're doing it. They're not allowing you to bring in your preconceived notions
of how people are.
Right.
Yes.
So it's their story. They're telling you how they feel it should go. It's not canon, but it's a nice story nonetheless, and I do appreciate it. So that's all I've been playing so far. Well, besides Destiny, shout out to the Guardian Games. Hold on. Shout out to the Guardian Games. You guys thought it was dead. Shout out to the real grind. Shout out to me picking up all that gold in the streets.
Yes.
The streets of Destiny is littered with gold. It's littered with gold.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm telling you
Titans
right now.
Out here, though. Titans
listen, now, the hell with them Titans. You ain't got gold. I got the eagle on my.
Oh, the eagle with the.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I saw someone post on Twitter. They were like, "Look, clearly the Titans are gonna win. I'm accepting this, but can we at least make sure the Hunters come third?"
Yeah, there's a lot of slander going on right now. We got some more. Oh, man, some shot kids moving the joint. You know what I'm saying? And then we got my man again, JD Gamer telling on Super Chat. King, this is just for the Superman love. Gotta love that statue. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
Oh, hold on. My bro. Senjutsu Saves $10 super chat. Love the podcast. Shout out to the Forever FanFest bros. You already know, bro. Since like 2016, 2015, man. That's my day one.
That's back in the day when we went to FanFest.
Yeah,
and Sage, you cannot come over talking about you gonna play video games and wait around for dinner to be served. Shout out to that tweet that you did yesterday.
You know, L Tuck says tight gang. That's what's up, man. We gonna get so that's been it pretty much, King, right?
Yeah, that's it, man. But you know, I'm y'all guys. I'm sorry. I gotta talk about Destiny real quick, even though the last word does it.
Woo!
You know, you guys been telling me that Destiny's been dead for years.
Yeah,
and I've been doing my college prep
on PC looking pretty sketchy.
Well, PC PvP, baby.
No, that's their problem. I'm over
That's their problem.
I truly care not about. I'm in Davy's world right now, so I really don't care. Let them deal with those problems over there. But listen, if y'all play Destiny, please hit me up because I'm on every day.
That's what's up.
Every day.
That's what's up, man. You already know. And of course, we have the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi, LordCognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the IOP. Not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So, like my brother King said, make sure y'all check the best damn Destiny podcast on Friday that just dropped 100 episodes, man. Shout out to Ebontis. We made 100, passion project. And super proud we had My Name is Bife, the lore master in the realm. Fantastic discussions, even if you do not care about the game itself right now. But if you want to hear some great stories, some good lore, this guy, I mean, like I said, people was asking, like, people want Bife to just tell them bedtime stories. The voice is so smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bife is, he's just a savant, like, with what he does.
He was really humble in that podcast.
Truly humble. I mean, couldn't have celebrated 100 with a better guest, and definitely proud of the support. You guys definitely came out. It was lit. So yeah, man. Oh, thank you, Kiss Smooth, $2 super chat. Throw the crest up, Kiss. But I know Kiss Smooth don't even care about Destiny, so salute to him for throwing that up. That's love. Kiss Smooth do not like Destiny, so salute on that. But yeah, man. Other than that, he said it's a shame. Other than that, doing the same thing. Like I said, trials, trying to get to the lighthouse. Unfortunately, my brother being Forte, we didn't get it. We got to get Sinister Spirits up. He was low down until he got his load out. But we'll try to get his spirits up. We'll get back out, roll on to the lighthouse on that. And yeah, what else I've been doing? Chimera Squad. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chimera Squad, like Attic was talking about. Really enjoying it. Nice, different take in the XCOM universe. Side story. Loving the fact that I can control these aliens that have terrorized me for years.
But I do have a feeling Tactics is going to be better.
I ain't gonna front. I feel coming in, I was like, XCOM drop. Tactics in trouble. And this is like Attic said, this is more of a side story. It's only $10, but it's in the universe. It's a kind of different mechanics.
A more fair thing would be like an XCOM 3.
Yes, this is setting up. Tactics. Yeah, this is setting them up of what's going on. But I ain't gonna front. Gears Tactics got me hype. I'm looking at the production values. Yeah. I can't wait. So it's gonna be crazy. We got I think Streets of Rage next week. It's crazy, man. There's a lot of good games.
It's gonna be good. And you know what? Gears Tactics. We're hearing lots of good things. Lots. Of good things.
Does anyone know when the embargo lifts?
Soon. Do not know.
Very soon. Soon. Trust me.
Hold on. I see your brother Undead talking scandalous in here, so I got to get him. He said, COG plays more than Destiny. Listen, man. Look, don't let. I got receipts on you, Undead. I heard you and Rand talking. Y'all know when I don't play Destiny, what happens. Y'all know what happens to y'all game score, because I beat you, sir. You and Rand. I got the screenshot for the full month. Y'all bent the knee.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yes. Listen, when I don't play Destiny, I'm a beast. It's just that Destiny is, keeps going.
Can we talk about the stuff you played that month to beat them?
Look, we ain't going to talk about the methods I use. And that's not what this is about.
He was looking at gamer scores, and he was 5 points ahead of this guy, and he's like, I got to raise this score.
Listen, Megatron, Undead. Even Undead, you gave it up to me, too. You was like, yo, Cog, you went hard. I'll try to catch you. That's right. You know when I don't play Destiny, I play these games. So stop it.
But let him stay on Switch so his gaming score can stay nothing.
Exactly. Switch, all these other get PCs, Stadia, whatever. So that's pretty much it, man. Shout out to Cat Daddy. Shout out to, did we miss one? I think we missed one, right? We get
They're just coming. You guys are being so graceful today. We can't even get all the chat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's all. I'm looking up.
No. We missed. We definitely missed Smitty Smith. Throw his crest up. The 100th episode was something of epic proportions. Congrats, and here's to 100 more. Salute. And my brother Fawn's defending me the ground again. He said Cognito beat Game of the Year Final Fantasy 7. No, I did too.
Did we get the JD Gamer with the statue?
Yes, we got the JD Gamer with the statue earlier about the Superman jump, but we got to get into it, man. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. But now that what the Lords have gotten to what they've been playing, all that good stuff, I want to start with Lord Ragevirus. His video game system history, his journey as a writer, and of course his path to becoming a panelist for the Gaming Perspective podcast, and now one of the latest additions to lordsofgaming.net. So, Lord Ragevirus, let's start from the beginning, man. What were some of the first video game systems you had, and what got you into gaming?
All right. Well, basically, it all started when I was very, very, very little. But the earliest memory I can remember is playing on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System and playing some, I think it was Super Mario Bros. 2.
Ooh.
But I don't have too much recollection of that. My first big dive into gaming was seeing StarCraft played on PC from I'm more of a missionary that came over every day on his personal day off, and he came over to do his laundry and stuff like that. And then off time, he'd go upstairs to my dad's office and play StarCraft on the computer there. He was never allowed to.
Shout out to the missionary breaking protocol in the crib. Continue.
He threw him under the bus.
Threw him straight under the bus.
From Utah, all the way up over in Vancouver, BC, where I originally live.
Yes.
And if anyone found out from the dirt, he would have gone home immediately. Gone. So every chance I got up, I went out there and watched him play StarCraft, and I was just enamored with that game. Loved it, and ever since then, I've been playing. Oh, as a kid, when I grew up, I played StarCraft on PC. I played Warcraft, Myst. If you guys remember that game,
Myst is my king. Remember Myst?
Right?
Yes, of course.
Long time ago.
He said that 90s greatness. Continue.
Absolutely. And then there's a bunch of Star Wars games too. So I played Dark Forces and Jedi Knight and Jedi Knight Academy 2 and all that kind of stuff. Played tons of games like that. And then it got to a point where we got the N64 growing up. Oh man, when that came out,
let's get it.
Got good.
Give me some titles, baby. Give me some titles.
Banjo-Kazooie, definitely one of them.
Classic.
Man, you know what I love? We actually got someone a little close to my age this time. You're the first person to bring up Banjo-Kazooie since we've been doing this.
You know,
it's always some stuff that I was in diapers when that game came out.
Yo, you know what's funny? It's true what Attic said, because I'm looking at Fonz in the chat, and Fonz like, damn, we all like, damn, he's young. And Attic is like, yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
I'm not even 30 yet. I'm 29 years old. I'll be 30 in September.
Look, this dude's a year older than me. Let's go!
Chill, you gonna just calm yourself down. I don't like how excited you are.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Continue, Ray. Just for the young bucks. It's a young OG. Let's go.
Oh man, so yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, easily one of them. You got the original Smash Brothers. That was a big thing. And just so you know, like Smash Brothers in my household, I didn't have any sisters. I had 3 brothers, and I'm the 3rd youngest of my family.
Wow.
So with my younger brother being 2 years younger, my one older brother being 2 years older, and then my other brother being 6 years older than me, we had some crazy tournaments going on, man. It was insane because we'd get all 4 controllers, all 4 of us would be playing, and we would just have a blast. I think the next big step up after that would be when I got the GameCube.
Wait, gotta back you up once, because I can't let. There's something for the 64 I gotta ask about. But maybe you weren't a wrestling guy. Y'all didn't do them wrestling games with them brothers.
My oldest brother definitely was.
See, and we talk about the 64. I love this dude.
I never got into the wrestling games myself.
Okay.
My oldest brother definitely did, and I always actually remember he would go over to his friends' houses, and they would have nights where they would create these crazy characters out of every single
that's
show
what
they
we
could
do.
imagine.
Okay.
And just have these crazy fights. You have like Andre the Giant, like this mini leprechaun or something like that, and it was just the greatest thing ever.
The Aki games, WCW Revenge, and all that. That's what I'm talking about. I knew,
and it played good too. Like the mechanics, it was smooth game too. Like that was actually a nice quality game for that time. So
yes, continue. I just had to ask because you said brothers, you said tournaments, you said 64. I'm like, how did this not happen? So it was happening. It's just that wasn't your bag specifically.
Yeah, it was my bag specific. But bringing up the N64, I can't leave out one title, and that's also Zelda Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Those are 2 games that I think really substantially made an impact.
Shut up, Attic.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. You got excited.
I was going to let that go.
King said, hold on one second. Grounded Gamer, $5 super chat. Attic sound like he just met his soulmate on farmers.com.
I'm dead.
Yo, you petty.
Alberta.
Continue.
Just saying, it's whole farmland up here.
Salute.
But Zelda Ocarina of Time was my first big kind of RPG game, and that's really, I think, really sparked my major interest into gaming, and that's really what got me into gaming, basically almost trying to be gaming every day.
Dope.
So yeah, moved on from the GameCube after that. Loved my Metroid Prime. I think that was the biggest one. Animal Crossing around
classic,
that time.
yes.
Pikmin. That's another classic one
that
too.
Pikmin.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Love Pikmin.
That was a sleeper hit when that joint came out, because I thought it was just like some throwaway from Miyamoto, but that guy has fingers of gold. Whatever he touches turns to gold. Literally. It could be some nif-nod madness, but whatever he puts his eye on, he gives it that little magic. And I'm so happy that he touched us all, because that's a real good game.
Going in. Shout out to Danny and Dino. $5 super chat. Attic is like, finally, someone who didn't start gaming, chiseling on stone tablet. Yo, come on. Yo, hey, Dino, you gonna stop. Why you had to come for us like that, bro?
You know what? My name is Attic. I approve that message.
Why we had to be playing those stone tablets, man? Damn. Continue.
Technically, we were.
Listen, man, we had that Game Boy with no color. It was like a story.
That's right, monochrome to the depth.
Oh yeah, I had one of those.
No doubt.
That's right, an original Game Boy. Completely forgot about that.
Okay.
I did for certain, and then moved up to the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, the Game Boy Advance was
That's what's
lit.
up. So after the 64, we hit the GameCube.
We got the GameCube,
Yeah, right.
and then I had my very first Xbox experience. Now, we never actually owned our own Xbox until a few years later after original launch, so I always had to go over to friends' places. Now, at the time, I did a lot of Taekwondo, so in our little 8 years, first degree black belt.
Oh,
Almost got my second degree black belt, buddy.
I want no
I put the
problems.
time in.
I don't want no problems. Continue.
So in our little group there, though, we had really fun Halo tournaments because everybody there was a big Halo guy. It was the biggest thing come out. There was like 8 to 12 of us, so sometimes we'd have 3, 4 Xboxes up.
Oh, got the TVs?
LAN parties.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's certified. He's certified now. He's certified.
Oh, and
Told you.
I would piss off so many people because they'd be on the other side trying to snipe me with a sniper, and I'd be sitting there with the SMG and just peppering them,
bro,
all the time.
Did you use the OG? Yeah, use the OG pistol.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the way to go.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Hang 'em high. Blood goats.
2 shots.
Let's go. Let's talk about
So
it.
many good memories. So many good memories.
Shout out
But,
to
like,
Mr. Ha.
Yes.
that was like the good classic multiplayer Xbox experience, though. That really embedded my love and passion to actually playing multiplayer. So after that, I really kind of took off. So after that, it was a little sketchy because I ended up actually going back to PC gaming.
Ooh.
I couldn't afford anything myself, so I started building my own PC and doing what I can enough to afford parts what I can. I ended up aiming for Battlefield 4.
Ooh.
Ran really, really well, and I played a ton of World of Warcraft in that time frame too. So about when I was
Did you have an online
12
wife?
years old. Sorry.
Can't go tell that story.
Wife?
No,
Dude, that's the
no,
only
man. I don't
story.
have time for that. I got raids to do.
I did. I had a whole online persona with a whole online wife. When it got to the point when I was spending real life cash for farming stuff, to get gold, I said this addiction has to end here. What I just want to know what ended your addiction, because it's something abrupt that stops you from playing that game.
Oh man, yeah, because I played the game for 7 years.
Wow.
Honestly.
It might be significantly worse than Destiny.
Yeah,
that's significantly worse.
It really kind of failed where a lot of the content became too garbled for me. There was a lot to do, even if you're trying to be a top end raider, because I was a pretty hardcore raider. We did it 5, 6, 7 days a week sort of thing. We spent 5, 6 hours a night trying to do this sort of thing. And I was a healer too, so I was quite integral. I needed to make sure that if there's more content coming, I needed to stay on top of it and be as good as I possibly can, because if you're a top role player, you have to make sure that you're basically doing everything to the best of your ability. I even came in second trying to hit realm first for when Cataclysm came out, level 90. And you go and you do the level grind, and I missed out on the realm first level 90 title by 10 minutes. I was so mad. I spent 36 hours a week grinding and leveling up, and I missed it by 10 minutes because I had a small nap.
He said, I tried to live for a second and I lost my time. Damn.
Man, it was sucked because I woke up from the nap and spent an hour and leveled up, and
Yo, he looked at the screen. He said, yo, the way you just pointed at the screen, like, this is some BS. This is some BS what happened.
It sucked.
I feel you, brother. I felt that.
My body failed me.
I felt it, though. I felt it.
Why?
I know.
But yeah, man, it's just the content game way too garbled, so I just stopped. I was like, okay, you know what? I don't really like it.
So wait, it was that the turning point that broke you? You was like, yo, if I ain't get that championship, screw this game.
Pretty much, man. I was like that. I played a little bit, like maybe 6 months after that, but then I got a 360 handed down to me near the end of the gen cycle, though, and it was a hand-me-down 360 with a red Ring of Death problem.
Oh, someone did you foul. Who's gonna give you a red dead, a red?
I'll take it. If I can play games, I had to use Halo trick every single time. towel trick and wrap it up.
Niggas dying. Yo, how they go? Who did that? Who did not do that for you? Because how they gonna give you a ring of death 360 and be like, here we go?
They told him
I
he didn't know
didn't
no
care.
better. They told him it was okay. Just give us time.
No, I knew. As long as I played games, though, I couldn't care less. So, you know what? It didn't cost me a cent. And at the time, me and my family were going through a lot of troubles. My parents divorced not long before that. And we were dead broke. So I was like, I'll take it.
I feel you. No, I feel you.
That's right.
I'll take it. So it got ongoing that. So I had to deal with that for quite a few years. And then I didn't get my own Xbox One until probably midway through this current generation sort of thing. So I've been playing catch up ever since. And that really all changed when I moved here to Alberta to live with my dad after my parents divorced because I lived with my mom for about 6 years, and I moved here 100 pounds underweight.
Oh, wow.
So like I moved here at 155 pounds. I should have been at about 200, 210 for my body size. I'm now at 145, 150. Sorry, 250. So I really gained a lot of my health and weight back.
Good.
And it was bad back there. So
I feel you, brother.
when I finally came here and I settled down, because back there I did not have a job, I was barely at home, around a lot of bad people. So I came here, got a job, have my fiance now, which we met at my first job here. Shortly afterwards, and we've been together for almost 7 years now. Actually, 7 years this month.
That's beautiful.
That's what's up.
And ever since then, I've been working my butt off to move my life forward. So when I've actually been able to afford my gaming stuff, I actually invested in it. I like gaming so much that I'm going where the games go. I don't care what platform it's on. I got a Switch. I got a PlayStation Pro. I got the Xbox One X. Like, I got a computer. Like, if it's a game that I want to play that looks really interesting to me, I will go out of my way to find a way to play it.
Facts.
Because that's really, in the end, what I like. It doesn't matter what platform it is. Yeah, I love Xbox, but at the same time, that's because a lot of my history has been with Nintendo or Xbox, and I now find a bigger identity with Xbox just because of the catalog and portfolio. It doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy games on other platforms.
Absolutely.
So
I had to give you the on to something while you was talking. You was on to something. And shout out to Fonz. They was like, that's serious. They was like, that's a gamer. You go where the games go. Yeah, you was definitely on to something. I had to give it to you on that one. Continue.
Thanks, man. But yeah, like, I've been working my butt off just to afford what I can and move my forward. And ever since I've actually been able to have a stable life, I've been like, okay, I can finally get into what I've been wanting to do for such a long time, which is writing about it and talking about it. And I got into Twitter.
I'm going to stop you right there because you literally transitioned into my next question. You literally transitioned perfect, man. Yeah, literally, I was going to say, like, you know, obviously, you talk about the gaming history and all that stuff, and I did want to focus on your journey as a writer because you are a really up-and-coming talent, a lot of passionate pieces, a lot of personal pieces, too, that you really share a lot of yourself, and you can tell it shows in your writing. So my question was, like, you know, again, clearly how you transition, like, what started that, what inspired that passion to now put it to the pen, put it to the, you know what I'm saying, WordPress and all this good stuff. Talk to me.
So I've always found solace in video games. Now, dealing with a family of 3 brothers, the third youngest in my family, and my dad being a police officer, and not just a regular police officer, he was a canine handler. He handled 2 businesses at the same time as well, which he still runs to this day. He was away from home a lot of the time. He was working in his office, and then my mom was always busy with all my other brothers as well. So a lot of time I was on my own and had to figure things out for myself. So I ended up going into video games. And now, because I have such for me, an emotional connection to video games, I like to try to talk about it and basically talk to people how it means to me, and just show how it's really affected me over a period of time. And being able to write about it is, for me, the best way to talk about it, because verbally, I'm actually not very good. I'm horrible.
You understand it. You understand. You in your bag today. You're in your bag today.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay.
In your bag.
I'm doing
okay. But salute to writing being that outlet for you, right? That allows you to verbalize these things, and sometimes it's hard to express. And that gaming, luckily that you found gaming, right? That to be able to now put that energy into. But continue.
Absolutely. Like I've gone through a lot of crap over the years, and it's come down to where I have a few mental health issues that I have to work hard to bypass. And verbally, it's difficult. So with writing, it's a completely different story, because I can properly construct what I'm trying to think. I have a difficult time portraying
it.
Yeah, or like telling someone exactly what I'm thinking. Where
Right.
in my head I'm thinking one thing, but what I'm saying is a different thing. I'm going, that's not exactly what I'm thinking. Man, okay, here's a different way. No, that's not. That's not it. Here's two different ways. That's still not it. So writing is the best way for me to do that, and that's exactly why I got into it. And I also do podcasting because verbally I'm not very good, so it helps me.
You just setting up my transitions. I'm just gonna let you go because I'm literally like you literally boom 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 right into my transitions, which was how did you get into podcasting, and of course the gaming perspective podcast, really with Lord Undead 3XVI, Eric Jackson in the chat, and of course WindowsCentral. Oh, Samuel Tolbert in the building. Man. You already know. So how did that start to get you in meeting with these guys and doing podcasting?
Man, first quick shout out to all three of those guys because they are phenomenal people. If you guys aren't following them, haven't been up on any of their content, stuff like that, you should, because these guys are brilliant in what they talk about. They're truly passionate gamers. It doesn't matter what you kind of think about them on Twitter, stuff like that, what you've seen.
He said it doesn't matter what you think. Like that gets bad stuff going out there about them.
I will back up these guys 100% of the day, every day, because I know in their heart of hearts that they're all about portraying the right information, giving the proper critique, and just making sure gamers are informed and enjoying what they love. That's really what we try to do as writers or podcasters, is to make sure that we're giving you the proper information and talk about things that are relevant and not giving misinformation out and about.
Absolutely.
Because that's a big issue, right?
Yes.
So it's one thing that's also got me into podcasting, is because when I first got into Twitter, I haven't been on Twitter actively very long, maybe only a few years.
Okay.
So when I first started getting really active, I saw all this crap flying around my PlayStation fan, Xbox. I'm like, well, that's not true, and blah, 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 blah. That's not true, and this isn't true, and that's not true. And I start chiming in and trying to be like, hey, well, that's not true. And all the lash back again.
You get attacked.
All right, calm down.
All right, calm down.
Holy crap, man.
Oh, it's real. It's real.
It's insane, man. I don't. It's still hard to believe how some of these people get. It's just nuts.
It's nuts.
Like, getting to writing and podcasting, I found that as a good way to fix the issue overall from the very beginning, or from a small step, basically, from a small standpoint. If I work hard in doing what I love to do, writing, podcasting, and portraying proper information, critique, and just telling you guys what I love about these games,
that's dope.
It's gonna grow.
That's what's up,
and
brother.
that's building the trust with the people, and that's really what I want to be all about.
Absolutely, man. That's dope, because again, also trying to give as much, and even Lord Undead, man, you guys run a very underrated podcast, first of all. And what I like about it is there's stuff I miss, and I'm like, wow, I didn't even catch that. You know what I'm saying? So I like that you guys try to stay as informed as possible, because there's a ton of misinformation. Last question I got for you in reference to the Neon Garden, the soon to debut Neon Garden. So obviously this will be your first step into content creation officially for yourself. So my question to you is, what should we expect from this? What are some of the things you got cooking?
All right, so I got three kind of shows planned. My first one is the Angry Canadian Gamer Rant. So I've been wanting to do this for the longest time, and it is not going to be anything super serious, nothing. It's going to be little short rants, maybe 2 to 5 minutes long. Okay. And I'm going to try to put on maybe the most hardcore Canadian accent.
Oh, you doing the boat and all that?
I'm going full hardcore Canadian.
Oh, I need my A's. I need all that Canada. I need all that.
Oh, that's absolutely bad. Absolutely bad. It's going to get there. But yeah, that's going to be one of those fun things, because when you come to my channel, I don't want you to come and be like, okay, and having me be like, hey, everybody, welcome to my channel. Yeah. You're coming to my channel because I want to be talking to you, and I want you to be enjoying my stuff. So I'm not going to be addressing everybody as everybody usually does. I want to be basically thank you. So like Angry Canadian Rant, that's gonna be one of them. Dope. My other one is basically I'm gonna do some fun voiceovers for certain little games.
Okay.
So example like Human Fall Flat. It's an interesting little game, physics-based game. It can be really, really comical. So
I played that with Kid Smooth.
Yeah, man. So it can get a lot of fun. And I got really creative a couple of years ago. Playing the game for the first time, so I want to recreate that experience, because my fiance was watching me and playing the game for the first time, and I was making all these really funny comments.
She's like, "Oh, you in your bag."
she was cackling and laughing and just losing her breath. I'm like, okay, I got to recreate this because I think it'd be
you
really
got to get that to the people. Listen, man, that's a lot of how ILP started. People don't realize, like me, King, all of us, like we used to do this in party chats, and Attic was there, and just like doing voiceovers, and people will. Anchorman approached us. He was like, "You guys need to do a podcast. Like the stuff in your party chats are like classic material." So it just evolved.
Stuff is
yeah. And then we got some other after dark. We got ILP after dark stuff.
Yeah, like when Attic was recording that raid.
Oh.
I had to put that on private.
Yeah. We got
it's still on my channel. It's just I have to send you a link to see it. Because it's bad.
Yeah,
like, it's bad.
It's bad.
Terrible.
But, you know,
it's king in his home habitat. Like, it's
Listen, like see, these guys get this PG version that my children watch, and kids get to listen to, and I want you to have a nice, safe drive. But you jump in my party chat one day, you'll figure it out.
We appreciate.
What's funny
your service.
is I sent that to Kid once, and he just like, yo, he couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, there's a lot. ILP has some interesting beginnings with our talking, but yes, we do understand Lord Rage, the voiceovers, all that stuff, man. We are definitely a part of that. That's what's up, man. It's good to see you jump into that, man.
One last one.
Please go ahead.
And this one's actually, I think, my most important one, which is something I've been wanting to do for a long time.
Let's get it.
It's going to be a mini vlog series where I call it Let's Talk. And what it's going to focus on is mental health issues and just struggling through that on a daily basis. And I'm going to talk about a wide variety of topics based on it and stuff like that. And I'm going to have people coming on with me to talk about it as well if they're willing to. Basically, it's just knowing that there are lots of other people out there who struggle every single day, some more severe than others. But in the end, we are all kind of in the same boat, and it doesn't have to be bad. And you don't have to be afraid to talk about it too.
Exactly.
I think that's one big thing that a lot of people take for granted is if you don't talk about it, it's going to sit and stew, and that creates a worse environment. Exactly. That will create more damage for you over a long period of time. And I can, I'm speaking from personal experience here too. That it's important to talk about it. So I think that's really one thing I want to inspire people to do is just come out and be willing to talk about it and not be afraid anymore. So that's my goal.
Bro, I'm loving the ambition. A lot of cool things planned. And of course, we definitely appreciate the work on lordsofgaming.net. A lot of stuff going on, man. I'm digging the vibes, bro. So I'm going to ask you the question that I ask all the guests in the realm. I need that top 5 video games or franchises of all time for Lord Ragevirus.
Number 1.
Let's go.
Dark Souls.
Woo! Attic love you.
Attic love that.
Attic love you.
See, man, you're welcome back in.
Why you don't say that to all the other guests, Attic? Why?
You're welcome back anytime.
Oh my God!
Just hit me up, man. You in for the cameo? Just hit me up.
I got you.
You getting the Kid Smooth privilege, man. You don't even have to ask.
Oh. Continue.
I'll take it. All right. Number 2, Metroid. Metroid Prime specifically.
Prime.
Love that game.
Let's go.
Played the trilogy, played all 3 games multiple times, can't get enough.
Fire.
Number 3.
Let's go.
Man, gotta give this game credit because it got me into a lot of competitive multiplayer matches, and that's Call of Duty.
Which one?
That's my number 3.
Oh, just in general, whole franchise.
Just in general, whole franchise,
Okay,
Call of Duty in general. But if you want specifics, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yes. Oh, yes.
The original. And
Shout out to Vincent Pella, them boys. That was the original Infinity War, but then he became Respawn.
Absolutely. First rifle, the AR-15.
Woo, let's get it.
60 kills a match with like maybe 5 deaths.
Kill streaks on fleek. Yes.
Absolutely.
Last stand from the floor. Continue.
And then my last 2 is going to be Warcraft and StarCraft. Those are my absolute favorites. Original StarCraft and Warcraft 2. Specifically.
Salute. Okay.
That's a good list.
That's a strong list.
Yeah.
And the new addition, we got to ask you, you know what I'm saying? You're a young buck, but you got some history there. So I got to ask you, favorite console of all time, past or present, and why?
Whew.
Tough.
Past or present or why?
Tough.
Well, honestly, it is very tough, but I gotta kind of give it to the N64. Honestly, absolutely.
You want to be a permanent member?
Oh my god! This man recruited. N64. Why? Why the N64? Why
There's
does it
so
hold that
many
place?
classics on there. There's so many, like, okay, all these Nintendo games you got today, they're great and all, but they're all back there as well. And
Paved the way.
in some way, shape, or form. Like, you guys got to give credit where credit's due, because the N64 is great.
Yo, Fonz going in on you. He got throw up emojis. He's like, he's upset. He's like, who is this? He is not a fan.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay.
No, go
But yeah,
talk
man,
about defend it position. I want to hear it. The OG Nintendo games, all those, some of the greatest ones.
It was a powerhouse. Like Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time. You got the Smash Bros. Like those three games in general. I know I brought them up earlier before, but there's a lot of games
64.
There's a lot of games that are on the N64 that, like, even today are being
Debut of the analog Mario. Let's go.
It's like, man.
Yeah, you know, the N64 was a serious change.
Yeah,
for a lot of
gaming,
people.
bro.
Yeah, if they would have went the disc route with the Silicon Graphics workstation features that they were trying to implement, I think they would have been even greater than what they are today. But you can't front when that Mario first came on.
It was serious.
Nintendo 64, you was running around in a circle.
And I was just running around in a circle because I was not used to control being that precise. And just seeing how it would move. You know what I mean? Shout out to the control, looked like a little Batarang though. Remember that?
But it gave you 3 different ways to play it.
Yes.
You know, total respect for your pick. That's an incredible pick, especially coming from your history of it. We have a new fighter.
We have a new child. We got more Lords of Gaming.net in the building. What's going on, G?
That's living his best life gene right there, baby.
I heard you guys were talking about the N64.
He said, I heard there was some 64 talk going on here. I got what's going on, brother? Do you approve, Lord Rage's 64 console pick?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I'm a Dreamcast guy myself, but hey.
That's what's up.
They're all
That's
good.
what's up. Lord G in the building, man. Lord Rage, man, tremendous. Wow, tremendous. We could talk all day on that. The chat, yo, Fonz won't let it go, man. He said of all the systems, he said Rage is a good dude and a legit gamer, but N64 of all the systems, yo, he's going in Fonz.
You got to think about it this way, Fonz. That might have been his greatest impact of a console.
I don't think people realize the impact the N64 had on the industry.
Yeah.
The amount of
the F-Zero, that F-Zero was crazy.
Yo,
Mario 64 literally pushed the entire genre.
It pushed the genre, the control. And then I always like cause since I'm such a co-op guy, I love they were like one of the first systems before. Did it come out before Dreamcast, right? The 64? Where it had the 4 controllers embedded into the console. It supported playing with your friends. And I believe prior to that, Gene, right? Then we have stuff like you always had to get like the multi-tap, right? TurboGrafx had the multi-tap. This one had the tap.
Yeah.
They were like, no, you ain't buying no accessory. Your friends, the minute you cop this system, you know what I'm saying? You just get them a controller and you good to go. So it did.
And they had the multiple color joints.
Yeah, they had the colorways.
When they came over, we was playing wrestling. Dudes brought their red controller or their blue controller, and they will unplug. Listen, this is how petty dudes were. They didn't even have the damn system. They would have a controller and plug their controller and play their man. If they lose, they removing their controller. If you do not have a controller, that's on you.
That's
Jack.
on you, bro. Facts, man. Salute the Rage on that, bringing some great 64, man. And of course, Attic approved. So we gonna move on because we got some show to get into. Last week's poll results are in, and the people have spoken to the question.
Hold on. Wait,
what's up?
Crown Gamer has bent the knee. Eject N64 was over, but it was over
my
quick.
God. Jesus.
But I'll take anything, man. You ain't saying it's trash. I'll take anything.
So let's get into last week's poll, man. So last week's poll results, the questions are in with recent evidence suggesting the limited PlayStation 5 console availability at launch. How do you think this affects the PlayStation 5 when it actually launches in comparison to the Xbox Series X? The winner of a very close 4-way ILP poll with 38% of the vote was big effect, especially if PlayStation 5 has lower availability at launch and Xbox is the same price. Coming in at second at 30%, real close, was no effect. Sony gamers will wait on PlayStation 5 availability regardless. Coming in at third place at 26, again close of the vote, was depends on if the Xbox Series X has compelling software. And at last place at only 5% of the vote was I don't care, Switch dual screens coming in hot. Attic voted that. I'm just joking.
I picked that one.
Shout out to all the lords who participated. So the people, they feel that it's going to have a big effect, if there's a lower availability. Let's get Gene in, since Gene just jumped in right quick. What do you feel about the poll? Do you agree with the people?
Yeah, for the most part. I they got to open up pre-orders pretty soon so they can realize how crazy this is.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you, man. So
that ain't gonna change their pockets a week.
Oh my god,
that ain't gonna change. They're gonna open up all the pre-orders in the world. You can have all the people come down and put $100 down. That's not $600. You can put all the people in the world can come. When it's time to put up and shut up, that's when the situation really hits the floor. We've known this for years. Everybody talking this game until it's time for them to get to the show. So you already know right now. But financially, they cannot fit the bill. So all your
pocket watch it. You pocket watch it, Sony?
I've been pocket watch. They suffering from the carnivorous and have in their pockets. So we know for a fact that they was gonna give y'all a limited rollout. We're gonna get the money back, and then we're gonna go back to the supplier and get some more and bring you back some more. We already know how they working.
Finances with the kids.
The chickens and savings is a little bit different. That's all different. Tony.
We're gonna get into these topics, man. So let's go set this first topic off. This is Lord Attic, one of his favorite franchises, Halo Infinite, man. What is going on? We got rumors. What's going on, man? Addicts in the bushes. All right. So I'm
sorry, no, my mic is muted.
Okay. So Attic, man, what's going on? There's rumors, there's leaks. What's going on, man?
Are we on the? I wanted to talk about the poll question.
Oh, my bad. So I'll back up. Let's talk about the poll question. Then we'll get into it.
When it comes to like these, it's when it comes to the log cart, I feel like a lot of people don't realize that this isn't directed towards us. I might not have got the series, the Xbox One X, but if they were both available to me at day one, I would have got the X.
Right.
Yeah.
This is to the people who just buy Madden and 2K. Like, it's like imagine if they bundled a lock cart with Madden.
I feel that.
Like, this is for them because a lot of those gamers do not care what the resolution is. They do not care what it does. They're like, it plays Madden. All right, wrap it. Let's go.
No, that's facts. That's again thinking outside the box, outside of our hardcore space, right? Like that a lot of casuals they go to where those games are. So we'll see, man. But we got
to help them. We're gonna hurt them.
We got to get.
Nothing y'all gonna say around that right there. If they don't have enough on the day one, going to decimate them.
Well, I do want to point out something that I do want to point out some news right off the press.
What we got?
Colobro, he posted on Twitter. He says the unannounced project at the initiative runs on the Unreal 4. It features various weapons, gadgets, and a camera surveillance system. This makes sense given most of the Xbox game studios works with the same engine to share tech and knowledge. So I don't think we knew what engine that was on until then.
So this is initiative, right?
Okay,
shout out to Chloe Bell dropping that breaking news, man. Hold on, I know Optimus Crow don't want me to read it, but I'm still reading it anyway. Throwing up the crest for Optimus Crow, my bro. Just showing support to the realm. No need to read this, nah, bro. We gotta read it, man.
We read all of the super chats because you guys are being very supportive.
You took the time out to click that button and send that cash. We're gonna take the time out to read it.
255 of y'all in here. You have no idea how much it means to us. Our beginnings.
Remember when it was just like 5 people?
When it was just 5 people. Fonz, no. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Grounded Game. He said it, and it really touched me. Like, we are so humble by the support that we do get. So trust me, Cole.
We used to get like 15 people, and half of them were us.
Yes, half of us was friends and family. We had the friends and family chat.
We was calling people up. You better watch.
You better watch the show. You better watch the show. If you my man, you better watch.
A lot of friendships broken up.
Friendships was broken, fam, because we was on it, man. We was
real. If I got mods watching all the way from Poland, your butt better watch all the way from Brooklyn.
You stupid. Salute the mod. Shout out to Gravity God. He knows the struggle. That's real, man. 100%. So, dog, thanks for the breaking news, Attic. But I'm going to give it right back to you, man. Halo Infinite We got some juicy rumors. We don't know what's going on, what to believe, but what do you think, man?
So we finally got a little bit, it's some rumors. It's not really, nothing's confirmed,
right?
Obviously, but we did get a little bit of rumors, and some people don't know about what they wanted this, but there is a lot to talk about actually. So we'll go over one by one thing, and then I'll pass it around to the realm, see how you like it. All right, the first thing there is this is the story. There is one for like the overall game. There's another leak, but we're not talking about that because I don't like that one.
Oh my god, you like it? Addicts World, continue.
The Addicts World, that's fine, man. You
we
can call me Addicts World. I'll stand on the hill, Addicts World.
Graphic God, we might have to get an Addicts World emoji, but continue. I love it.
So here is the first counter. There will be 25 main missions totaling for a 20-hour campaign and 35 side missions for an additional 15, totaling 35-hour campaign in general when you do everything, not including collectibles, Easter eggs, or other hidden goods. Skulls will return, but they can be held just like they were in Halo 3. 25 main missions will feature Chief as a playable character. So we'll start with that one.
Okay. So let's get it, man. Let's get Lord Rage in here first, man. Obviously, rumors, grain of salt, but we gotta have some fun, right? So what do you think about these rumors in general? If they are true, what's your thoughts?
They're actually quite interesting, to be honest with you, and I think it would actually be a good direction for the game to be moving in towards. Because recently, Doom Eternal came out. Right.
Yes.
And they added a new, much more traversal system, basically, and more verticality for you to play.
Tons of verticality.
Yeah, and basically gives you more variety options in how you can play the game and how you can defeat the enemies.
Right.
I kind of have a feeling that Halo Infinite's going to go in that kind of direction as well.
Okay.
And definitely with the rumors of it being maybe an open world or like a hub world sort of type of game, it'll be good. I think I'd like to see the direction that they might take a bit more RPG aspects into it, and I really think that could be a big
thing. Let me interrupt you real quick because I do want to ask you in the terms of the possibility of this being true. What do you think that lies on?
It's 50-50. Like again, I would rather just wait until hard information comes out. Yeah, I just take it with a grain of salt. It could happen, could not happen. It might not, honestly. But you never know.
Okay. But let me ask you this, though. Does it, again, grain of salt, we don't know what the hell is true here. But my question is, does this excite you if it is true?
A little bit, absolutely.
Okay. That's what I want to know. Got you. All right, so you pump. Lord Gene, where we at with this, man? A lot of rumors, a lot of speculation, but, what do you feel, man? What do you feel about this stuff?
The more it's like Halo Combat Evolved, the better the game is going to be. And if it's 25 missions like Halo Combat Evolved, that's going to be really great. I'm getting the feeling that based on the title, and I'm just pulling this out of thin air, that it's going to be some sort of games as a service element or continued content, and not that that's a bad thing. That if it's just free content that gets put in the game all the time, what's wrong with that? If it's 25 levels that grows to 35 levels in the first year, that's fantastic. And here
the way that they're wording it though makes me feel like this is all at launch. If this is true, like because they didn't say with an expanded side quest, like especially the way this next couple things. I'll go ahead and bring it up. There's supposed to be other playable characters. You can play people from Kelly, Linda, Fred, Jerome, and I believe that's the dude from Halo Wars 2, if I remember correctly.
I'm a fraud. Throw the fraud alert on me. I do not know Halo lore. I heard Jerome in there, so now you got my interest.
I might be completely mispronouncing that. It's fine.
Shout out to Jerome, man. If I could get Locke and Jerome on the skate team, I'm gonna feel included.
But the reason you don't know, because I'm pretty sure Jerome, Alice, and Douglas are in Halo Wars 2.
Oh, my man, Dougie Doug, son, and Romy Rome is in the house.
Jerome in the house. Yo, I'm lit. Give him some spine armor.
Yo, it's
Bro.
red and blue. They should be Doug and
Can
Rome.
I finish?
It's just you excited me, man, with that part. Yo.
Fan base is lit.
Can I finish, please?
Jerome Rome. Continue.
So you have other playable characters like Kelly, Linda, Fred. I'm not saying Alice, Douglas, Palmer, Locke, Buck, Vel. Now this is next one, Arbiter. That's who that is. Now this next one kind of makes me think it's not true, but I don't know exactly the direction they're taking this game, which is Atriox.
Oh, now you got me. Yeah, now you got
Because
me. I know him through
Jerome,
you.
Alice, and Douglas they're the 3 Spartans that's in Halo Wars.
Right.
So clearly they're supposedly, because 343 did come out a couple years ago and said that Halo Wars, the story will continue in Infinite. I think that's before the actual game even had a name. And there's a reason why between Halo Wars and Halo Wars 2, there's 28-year gap, because it ironically put it like 6 months after the events of Halo 5. And for people, I'm just going to spoil it. I'm sorry, Halo Wars 2. Most of you ain't even gonna play this game. The legendary ending to Halo Wars 2 is Anders coming out of the ring, and she's looking up, and all you see one of Cortana's guardians. She says, and you hear her say, "I found you," and it comes out of slip space.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, I ain't know that. I will tell you this though, like, shout out to you for schooling me on Halo lore with the Halo Wars joint, because that Atriox character, just to see if he is involved in any way in Halo Infinite, I'm excited, because he out here killing Spartans. So Jerome ain't safe and Locke ain't safe.
Yeah, he's fine. Well, see, the Spartans that he fought weren't like true Spartans. Like, how it goes is they had to go through the program again. They're still Spartans, but they failed it the first time.
He killing Spartans though.
He didn't kill any of them. He just messed all of them up. But
he had them dragged out though.
He dragged them out. They
was dragged out. So they
and what's funny is if you listen to Cutter talking to them when that's happening, he's like, Jerome's injured. It was one of them, and he's like, and he kind of like was surprised. Wait, a Spartan's hurt? What? Like,
yeah, man.
And just the way
you said Jerome got injured.
Yo, they go into the chat.
Jerome can't fight.
It was them or Douglas, because Alice stayed back. Yeah, Alice stayed back. I don't know. It was one of those two. What I really enjoy is like Atriox isn't like your average person. Like the way that Isabel, that's the AI talks. Well, the way that Isabel talks, like when she does her backstory and who he is, like this is a dude that was literally dropped behind enemy lines to just, he had one mission, and it was always a suicide mission, and he always came back.
Yo,
and then,
me and you is gonna be, instead of the red versus blue, it's gonna be Doug and Rome, son. We could do the Doug and Rome story, but I don't know if we have to take a 3-man team. I might have to be Buck.
I hate Buck is what's up.
Sir.
Yeah. Shout out to the chat. They still being petty with the Jerome. Jonathan B said Jerome's Warhawk has Chrome 22s, and his Spartan armor has the Jumpman logo on it.
I'm done.
I'm sorry, Addict. It is so
game.
funny. We ruined the Addict's thing, right? We gotta stop.
Yo,
this is Addict's time
Rome
right
come
now.
with Timberlands emoji. He got Timberlands.
Addict, I apologize. Continue with the lore. Continue.
Oh, this is awesome.
But pretty much what happened at the end is you think that you're fighting Atriox's men the entire game, but it turns out you're fighting the Shipmaster's men, and that's why Shipmaster
language.
Oh no,
the ship.
He said ship.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
And
he said something else.
The last thing you see, that's not the legendary ending, is Atriox walking outside, and he looks over a ledge of a mountain with like his whole armies there, and then the game was off.
Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Let's get it, King.
And then I got.
What do you feel about these rumors, man? Halo Infinite, man.
Well, I told y'all before what it was going to be. Shout out to Phil Dominus Maximus, soon to be Aurelius.
Well, there's other stuff. Like apparently, after you beat the campaign, you unlock an exploration mode. If this is true, they're actually bringing elites back into the multiplayer with full armor customization, but they are along with introduction of playable brutes, but the brutes will have customization limitations. But they did say in here that the rec system will not return, but they are. But some of the actual people in the story will have some of the legendary rec guns in the actual campaign.
Okay.
I think this is a direct indication of Microsoft admitting they was wrong with Bungie.
But you know, we have 265 people in this chat. Hit that like button, you guys don't mind.
Real. We giving y'all.
Let's try to get that above 200 before the end of the show.
Yes, sir. Continue, King.
So yeah, I because I already know Game Pass is a service. It's their service, right? You know, PlayStation Now has a service. Somebody hit me on Twitter talk about PlayStation Now has 800 games, but your platform ain't pushing it. All right, so we don't know. If a tree falls in the forest, we don't hear it. All right, so what you need to do is the fact that you need to go to Sony and tell them to push it. But this is how you push your service. You put your AAA titles, the titles that your exclusives, because everybody says exclusive matters. So you put your exclusives where people have to go and they can get it for free, right? Okay, so it's not for free, but you're paying for the service, but you're getting all these games on a monthly basis. I come here and I tell y'all about Game Pass on a weekly basis on what they're dropping weekly, different stuff that I'm playing that I will never ever play any place else. Okay, I will never buy it. I will never go in my wallet and buy Gato Roboto. I will never do this. Okay, I'm letting you know this right now. I'm not frauding. I'm telling you the truth. I will look you in your eyes and tell you the truth.
Oh my god.
Now, but the fact that this game is coming, so I know it's going to have some service type of thing to it because like a Destiny that keeps you playing these college course games all day long, grinding and bringing more eyes to the service is what you want. You want them to engage with your service. So, yeah, give the people what they want with their story mode. Right? Fine, that's beautiful. Then give them mission-based stuff to do with your man Buck and Romy Rome and these guys. So you can pick your character, you can go into the world and do your thing, right? That's a great idea. But also, my opinion, I think they're going to hit it with a trifecta. I honestly believe they're going to bring some type of war zone type of thing to it.
Do Battle Royale?
Right. I believe so because I believe that's the easiest way that they can start getting these like little loot box type things going in there. You know, like a Fortnite type of thing. Because who doesn't want that, right?
Didn't they have that before? Attic and Rage School Me. Didn't they have like
they have the rec pack? It was called the rec pack.
Yeah.
But they specifically said in this that they're not returning out. Like they could bring it back in some other fashion, but I feel like if they're taking the rec pack away, I don't think they're going to replace it with anything. But that's just me.
It might be something else,
right?
But I do believe it's going to be a games of a service. But for those Halo old school heads like myself, they're going to give you that story.
Right.
For those people that was crying and whining about not playing enough with Master Chief, 25 stories with Master Chief. All right, that's enough for you to quell to stop all this madness.
Well, the 35 side missions are supposed to be those other playable characters. It's supposed to be like you do a certain a mission, you unlock a couple other things. I think the way that if this is true, the way that they're going to do is because they got destroyed, like King said, over not connecting dots, not telling people you got to read this book, this article. Yeah. So and then straight up just lying with the advertising.
In the advertisement.
I think that their thought process here is we're going to do a mission that's going to introduce Atriox, and then they're like, all right, now that you've done this, we've unlocked this side quest for you that you plays Atriox and explains why he's got to this point between Halo Wars 2 and this game.
No doubt.
And doesn't that resonate better with people than forcing you to use a character that you might hate? Yeah,
that's a good point.
I think they're onto something, to be honest with you.
You got that.
And I believe that this is the proper way to introduce it. Also, with being transparent.
Yes.
Because what I know this is a little still speculation.
Yeah, it's big speculation though.
But
this ain't them. Yeah, but, we running with it.
Yeah, but dudes want to take it with a grain of salt, or they don't want to weigh on until they get the official.
Yeah.
But I understand that part too. I understand, let's wait and see type of thing. But here we are to give our hyperbole on what we want.
Absolutely.
And I want this. This is what I'm looking for.
So you want this. You good with this. Okay, no
Oh, hell yeah. When they told me I'm a play as Master Chief and then I get to play as Buck later. Yeah. I'm down with all this. I'm down with it.
Throw up the crest, petty Squirrely Dan 82 with the $2 Canadian. Addicts the poor white dude on the mad real world. Come on now. Let's be nice. Moving on.
You can say all you want about me if you put it in color, man. Say all you want about me. I'll even read it myself.
He liked the million, Squirrely Dan, so you can get away with slander for that.
The million.
Look, man, I gotta shout out my brother Eric Jackson in the chat. Look, we all know, you know what I'm saying? To me, this is the single most important Halo in the franchise. Like,
by
this
far
has to hit. This is their flagship. They are launching with the Xbox Series X, hopefully with the condition. And to me, it has to be three things. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be hard on Halo because Halo's that wave, right? Halo is literally what got me into multiplayer gaming, kind of like what Rage said in his story. We had the 4 TVs, like LAN parties was a thing because of me into the console space. Halo holds a special place for me. And then it was only, to me, stopped, in, like Rage said, until Modern Warfare came out. Then I kind of cooled on it. I still played it, but it wasn't the top dog like it used to be for me. So, obviously, Halo 5, it's a very conflicting thing. People really love the multiplayer. And a lot of people are not happy with the story and the whole bit. So for me, it got to be three things. It's got to be the graphical showpiece so that when you see this game, you're like, whoa, okay, this is something next level. Like you've got to attract people in that way.
I think that's the reason they made the split space engine. It's because they know that and they need a better engine to do this efficiently.
We need that engine. We need this thing looking phenomenal. Two, I'm always been a fan of the co-op aspect of Halo. So I want to see how that is implemented, how they rock that out. Classic multiplayer. Now that's the one I'm not worried about. I'm confident that you already got the formula. You can't really mess that up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm there. But I think if they can recapture all of those things, and I'm gonna be real, King, I think it can't just be good. It's gotta be a masterpiece.
Okay, I don't think it ever reaches whatever our.
It doesn't have to reach what it used to be, but it's gotta be good.
I'm talking about our expectations. I don't think it ever hits our expectations for the simple fact we live in. See, this is where put that gold emoji up. This is where you guys feel that way for what you're called Final Fantasy 7, Fantasy 7, the GOAT. This right, y'all feel this way because it exceeded your expectations, right? See that new GOAT emoji, right? Shout out to Graphic God.
Oh, shout out to Graphic God, my guy.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look.
GOAT talk. GOAT talk.
That's got to be re-put because that's going to bother me.
Okay,
it's got to be centered, man. Like you got that all left and right. Listen, what's going on with you?
I was just trying to debut it. My bad. Continue.
So all right. So when Final Fantasy came, what we were dealing with before in the past was full motion video. All right. So this game had to exceed that, right? It had to reach that level. Halo came at a time where we were well past full motion video. We're at polygon graphics now. We're at frames per second. It has to be 60 frames per second. It has to have all these particle effects. But see, where I thought Halo 5 was an achievement graphically, I thought, Gears 5 as well as our achievements. I don't think the fidelity is exactly where we're going with this. Yeah, we can give more on screen, right? More HDR, more ray tracing. Yeah, that's great. But at the same time, I think content needs to be king.
Absolutely.
So just like Gene was saying, if it's like Halo Evolved, whereas the story-wise is solid, the story has to be rock solid. The story
has to be solid. It has to be. That's the key. That's
I agree. That's what I feel.
No,
the story and the gunplay has to be rock solid.
I'm with you. I'm being greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like I want all of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I understand what you're saying. Like if I had to choose, if you're telling me y'all gonna like the poll question. If y'all telling me out of all those things and I had to choose, let's say you only give me two, right? Then I'm gonna go with narrative, number one, and then of course the multiplayer. You know what I'm saying? But again, if you can show off some 60 FPS and some ray tracing.
Well,
And
I think we definitely getting 60 frames per second, regardless of what.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some real, ambient includes some real nice particle. And also, it will be really cool, because obviously the controversy rage, you know what I'm about to say as far as Xbox Lockhart and scalability, and people are worried because this comes out on the older platforms, so what good could it be? If they can justify the Series X version looking like, you know what I'm saying?
It's got to be a Red Dead moment.
Right. It needs, yes, good analogy at it. You on to something. It needs to be like, okay, you can play it, but it don't look like that.
It's gonna be just like it's gonna be like your Switch version of The Witcher versus the X version of The Witcher. It's gonna be just like that. So I want y'all to get all your expectations in line. So if y'all have an S, y'all have an OG Xbox, you can partake. That don't mean it's gonna be what you think it's gonna be. You can partake.
Why the version gotta be the Switch version?
Well, it's going to be. You know what the Switch version of The Witcher look like. Come on, man. Now we ain't even gonna play.
So we gotta do that. They gotta have the base S version addict with remember with the PUBG with the buildings with the claymation and then it comes. That's what they need to experience to force their hand.
That's what they need. You need to feel it. You need to feel why you need an X, and it's fine. It's nice. You could play around in there. If you cannot make the jump, there is something in there for you.
I'm done.
Right? But they did it very nice. They told you that you'll be able to do this. Mm-hmm. You ain't gonna be able to do this. Right? This is what you're gonna be able to do.
Listen, man.
This over here, this is a little bit different.
Put up the crest for JD Gamer 2000. Can we get some Halo Infinite?
You missed someone before that.
Oh, please. I'll get the JD. The score predictions. I don't know. But who else we missed?
Scorley Dan, nothing but love for you, Addict. Just jokes. It's just, I know it's just jokes. That's why I didn't block you or anything.
That's why I didn't block you. That's why I didn't get you up out of here. Listen, man. Score predictions. I can't. I mean, we got to see more before
I'm going to say anywhere from an 85 to a 90.
I'm going to go real nice with the 96.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. You want to do a bend the knee on this?
Well, okay. If you take out the goofballs that's gonna bomb it.
Oh, so we got to take scores out to get the real one. Gotcha.
Seriously, this is what's gonna happen when the PlayStation 5 gets delayed to next year, and the X makes it on time. The level of hate gonna be ridiculous, bro. So whatever that game is, and they're gonna be bombing it to death. God. It's gonna boil down to the real scores. And so if you give me scores from real journalists,
I love how he says the real scores.
Real journalists, real people that's gonna put their name to it instead of some little,
Oh yeah, I feel you. What Sav call it? Crazy game with that call, whatever. Yeah. I forgot what he called it. Uh-huh.
So if we can get that, I would definitely do a bend the knee on it. I honestly believe that 343 is going to give you the best story that they got, and they understand that rock solid foundation. They already heard this is their make or break. Be honest with you.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they fumble this right here. They're in the bushes for real.
Yeah, I think if this game flops. And it's not good. It's not good commercial wise or review wise. I think 343 has some serious changes that's gonna happen.
We're gonna see. Look, y'all know I'm team. Go ahead, Rage.
I was gonna say they're gonna have to take some basically give their head shaking, what did we do wrong here now, sort of thing, right? You took all this time to put all this effort into it, and you still messed up. Maybe you aren't exactly the fit for this franchise.
Yeah, and y'all know I'm Team Bungie all day, but low key, I'm pulling for 343. I'm pulling for them to get this right, man. We need them to get this right. This is an important title. Let's get the super chat before we move on to the next topic. He said, hold on, did I miss my man Michael, aka Bed-Stuy Finance, and in the building, $5 super chat. Shout out to King, the godfather of Xbox, the Book of X. Jesus,
My God.
They throwing it up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's. I really do truly feel this game. This game is super important. To the Xbox.
It might be the most important time.
Yeah,
I feel like some of the other Halos is important, but I feel like the amount of damage the brand has took this gen, they need that for more yo, have you played that Halo?
Yeah, because here's the thing, Attic. You're so right, because if they nail it you know what the conversation is, and to have a title like
People
that
forget
at
what
launch,
Halo used to be.
Yeah, it would be amazing, man. Listen, we'll see. I'm pulling for
It'd
it,
be
man.
amazing for games.
Yes.
I don't think there's ever been a game, even including Last of Us. I don't think there's ever been a game that was more of a console seller than Halo was to the Xbox brand.
Yo, what's up?
Bigger question.
What's up?
If Halo flops, can Xbox recover?
I mean,
those other games got to be hot. Those other games got to be hot.
The other games got to be hitting. I mean, I don't even
But how
think
far
about
are
this
those
one.
games out?
Go ahead, G. What'd you say?
Those games are far out, and it's Fable, a hypothetical Fable, and another remake. They're pretty far out.
Yeah. No doubt. Oh, shout out for Dizzy for being petty. Dizzy with the $2 super chat. LordsCognito.net scores are the only ones that matter. Yes, he is on to something. Yes, Dizzy. You know what I'm saying?
Gene, just like you're saying, those games are so far out. Do they get a chance to recover? Like if this is your joint leading up,
I don't like this energy.
I think it just,
making me nervous.
It's definitely a possibility.
I don't want to talk about this.
I think they got a Japanese game the first year, and I think they've got good third-party support. But yeah, it's pretty bad if Halo doesn't.
Halo needs to be it, y'all.
It depends on how they show the franchise,
right?
Like how they show Fable, how they show these other games. Like if they have really good reveal events and they show enough consistency to keep people excited about the Xbox brand, and Halo flops. Now, okay, there's a difference between flopping and flopping.
Right. Yeah, like, absolutely.
If Halo is just a good game, and but it disappointed a couple people, they can recover. But if Halo comes out and no one's playing that, they cannot recover. It's going to take a long time.
Shout out to Sage though. He's saying that he thinks 343 made the best Halo game in Halo 4, and he said, the Halo 4 stuff, Halo being falling off, is a myth. He's saying it's out here.
But I have to disagree with him on that. I even have a video on this. It's like, look, at the end of the day, Bungie hit on both cylinders, and you can't take that from them. They hit it on the multiplayer and the single player for years.
Three Rage, I see throwing up the 3.
343 has made a good game with a good storyline. That's called Halo 4. They've made a good game with a good multiplayer. That's called Halo 5.
They need to merge.
But Halo 4's multiplayer was bad, and Halo 5's single player is bad.
And the thing, not to cut you, but the thing I noticed too is that it'll start off strong, and then it kind of fades out as far as the mind share. It doesn't last the way it back in the past. Like you be playing, you be playing Halo for. Not saying people are not playing Halo, but I'm just talking about the mind share in the competitive space with the Modern Warfares and then the Fortnites and all these other games.
See,
like
that's leads you right to what I was saying.
Let's go
with the okay. So like if they have the 3-prong attack that I think that they will use as a strategy, right? And they're hitting it on all 3 cylinders. They already know they can do multiplayer, right? But multiplayer right now is in a space where it's like PUBG. Okay, so Fortnite, you need that battle royale type of feel. You need that, and some people will say, "Well, King, we don't need that because I don't play that." But that's you. That's you that don't play that, and there's millions of kids that do. My son. Man, when he got his Xbox, he wanted an Xbox just so he can play Fortnite.
I feel you.
You understand? So, in his generation, he's way younger than me. Yeah. His generation lives, breathes, eat this stuff. They do the dance, they do that stuff. So you must bring that energy because we already have a game that's like the game that Addict liked and Bleeding Edge. Right. You already have that. You can't do that with Halo. Right. So Halo has to be that open world warfare, war zone, no pun intended, delicious meal. It has to be that meal in order to get that crowd that you want desperately.
Obviously, we're coming from the standpoint of we really love, the Xbox brand. A lot of us are really supportive on it. We want it to do better. And I think the only way that it even has a chance to beat Sony next gen is if Halo comes out the gate.
I agree.
If it doesn't, I feel like it's going to fall behind at the going out the gate, and I feel like they're going to have something so good, that it just gets people to migrate in the middle of the gen.
This is where I feel you're onto something, because I feel if Halo is a masterpiece, that changes the narrative for the Series X starting a generation. If you start a generation with an absolute masterpiece that make people say, oh my God, if Halo is in the mindshare and people are saying, yo, you got to play this. That's a difference to have that at your launch title. Let me just get real quick on JD Gamer, $5 super chat, throw the crest up. Halo will probably be delayed, and it's the best thing for them, especially if the Halo TV show still premieres next year near the game launch. Hashtag Halo for all. I didn't even know they still doing a TV show. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, that movie's still shelved. They still shelved the movie. The movie is still there.
Yeah, we got to see, man. This is important. This is a very important Halo.
I will say, look, Fable's important.
Yeah.
Gears is important. But the fact that this is supposed to be right now launch title.
Yeah.
If it does somehow come out on time, which you know that's up in the air right now. If this game comes out and it's like that critically acclaimed 95 plus game that everyone wants to play, don't get it twisted. People are about what are you doing for me now?
Facts.
Like the moment people are saying, look, Sony, Microsoft got the best multiplayer game probably this gen. What are you doing for me?
It's all about the game is a fickle. If you throw flashy candy and it's nice and everybody Rage, people go to the games, and if the games are great, that's all that matters. And if everyone's talking and you see everybody's timeline playing Halo, oh my God, I'm doing, and they're taking screenshots and having fun, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
The only way that Microsoft truly recovers from the fiasco that happened in the Xbox One took them all generation to backpedal to get every studio where they need to buy studios is Halo got to come out and be lit. Right. And I honestly feel like Fable got to come out and be lit. Yeah. And I don't know what they're going to do with Gears, but those two games I feel like as of right now are the most important brands for this company right now going forward until they come out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Game is by choice, $2 super chat. Depends on what you consider flop. Gameplay.
And that's what I said. There's a difference between flop and a flop.
I think it's all three, to be honest with you. I think sales wise,
did we get the JD Gamer?
Yeah, the one with the delayed Halo for all.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yep, I got him.
Sorry, King.
Sales wise, I don't think we're going to be looking at this generation in the same tone.
Right.
When it comes to sales, because how Game Pass offsets things, and I think Sony's going to probably try to leverage PlayStation Now, because that'd be ridiculous if they didn't, in the same manner of a Game Pass as a service, trying to keep that engagement level high on a platform. I think gameplay is paramount when it comes to this. Whatever you can tweet out and show that's ridiculous and outrageous, like Cog was saying, you have to be in the media cycle with this game in order to show that. See, a lot of you guys feel like Xbox is dead, right? And to a lot of people right now, they like Xbox. You play that type of thing. And I play Sony, I play PlayStation, and they have a regular old school big face Sony.
Oh my God!
And they don't even know what an X is. They don't care.
The triple cheeseburger, like, damn.
They got the triple cheese stacks, and they don't care about what Red Dead look. They play Red Dead, I play Red Dead. I don't care about what they're doing.
Right.
So what you have to do is pull that guy.
Yes.
To make that guy look over and what is this on my line? My feed.
Why is the world going? Yeah, exactly. Right. I agree. Let me get the super chat. We gotta move on. Jonathan B, $5 super chat. So, y'all think Jerome wears the do-rag inside the Spartan helmet or the outside? If we get the FUBU DLC, then it's game of the year. Shout out to Romy Rome the Spartan.
It's over.
It's over. Son.
I'm gonna laugh if I mispronounce his name and all these jokes came for nothing.
You know what? You made it a hot show.
Yo,
Jerome the
Spartan, son, is lit. You know what I'm saying?
And what's funny is his favorite weapon's a shotgun.
We got to get into this next topic, man. Lord King. Game Pass is out here, man. What's going on? What's the dealings?
So,
I don't like. I feel like this is gonna go south the way you said that.
Yeah,
so
let's get the super chat. Then we let him eat.
We got a $10 super chat from Perfect Shogun. I don't know if Battle Royale was the way necessarily, but an original mode that has the same level of energy will be fantastic. I don't think he was saying they have to copy Battle Royale. I think he was saying they need something on that same level as Battle Royale that it was when it came out.
Because if you could show that the Series X has 100 Spartans on the board, you're fighting. You can see the battle and they in cards and I'm down with it.
Sorry, that was my error. Error. Continue.
Oh, okay.
I pressed the wrong button. We good. Continue.
I know that 30 on 30 capture the flag.
No doubt.
Okay. Yeah, you scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, it's all good. We Gucci. So what's up, man? We got what has happened in Game Pass, man?
So it seems May 4th. There's a new contender coming to Game Pass that some people consider the GOAT. Some people consider the game of the generation. Some people waited for this game. They sacrificed food.
You need to stop being so extra for this game, man.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. The reason why I can go as extra as I want to go, because I had to bend the knee and purchase this game. But had I stuck by my guns and knew that Phil Dominus Maximus Spencer, soon to be Aurelius, had me, I would have not purchased Red Dead.
We need a shirt that just says soon to be Aurelius.
Because let me tell you something. Red Dead 2 is coming to Game Pass. And I know you have people on my timeline talk about you're hyping a 2-year-old game, King. What are you doing? Okay, what about that dude that just brought the Xbox yesterday?
Facts.
And he said, "What?
People were just hyping Crisis, but we ain't gonna talk about that." So,
but it's a remake though. But it's you was hyping Final Fantasy. You better hype that Crisis.
No, I'm talking about people that say you're hyping a 2-year-old game. That were the same people hyping Crisis. So
this is where I'm at with it.
Let's go.
As gamers, we are selfish.
Preach.
So we want to sit here.
There's a reason I have a word called the Attic World.
He has a whole world to this, and we want to act like our experiences is everybody experiences. We want to act like our finances is everybody finances. What, you can't afford that? Like, who are you? Who are you?
In Attic World, that's exactly how the world works.
Oh my god!
But for this person that just went out and brought an Xbox and got his 30 days of Game Pass or whatever they're giving inside the box, and he boots up his system and he goes into Game Pass and he sees Red Dead 2, the game that is arguably the best game of this generation from a lot of people that's either on this panel that has come to this show. You know, shout out to Fonz. He lives and dies by this game. This game is in Game Pass. This is a AAA banger inside Game Pass.
Facts.
And don't underscore this at all, because that means every game that's out there that's a certified hit has a shot to be inside Game Pass. It changes the way that people are going to be purchasing games, to be honest with you. I just wanted to know what y'all thought about it, because I never thought, like, I never thought The Witcher would show up in Game Pass.
Right.
But it seems like Phil is breaking the mold.
No, I feel we're gonna get into it. Let me get the super chat, then we get Rage and Gene. And super chat, shout out Michael, aka Best Eye Finest, $2 super chat. Preach to us, King. Oh, hail Xbox. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Anybody I missed? No. All right, so let's get into it. Did I get perfect shot? Yeah, we got perfect shot. All right. So obviously we got the news, you know what I'm saying, that Red Dead 2, man, announced, you know what I mean, into Game Pass, I believe the 7th, and let's look at LordsGaming.net. I believe that it was Lord Chalice who broke that for us, you know what I'm saying? Salute to him for putting that up. But let's get you in, Rage, man. Where you at with this? You know, is this a big deal? Are people overrating it? Like, what's up?
No, I don't think it's an underrated thing at all. It is an absolutely wonderful game. Like, there's a reason why it has received quite a few awards and why it has so many accolades and why so many people love the game. Reason why I think it's such a good thing for Xbox to have it is because it is a great hook in general for the service to bring in new customers to the platform. So if you add big bangers like that into the service as well, and they're just starting to play games and see this wide variety of high quality games, you go, oh man, I can combine my live service and this subscription service into one.
Facts.
Have access to all these games and still be playing these games and not have to worry about it and continue on this platform for not too much money. Perfect.
Yeah.
So if you make that service even more juicy, it makes it more enticing to people to come over.
Yeah. And
then willing to invest more money into that ecosystem.
Absolutely.
So,
Completely
Red Dead
agree.
Redemption, perfect fit.
Nice. Let's get Lord Jameson with this $10 super chat. Hashtag.
I want King to read that.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead, go. No, read it. And
Okay, I'll read it. Got a $10 super chat from Lord
Jameson.
Jameson. Okay, my apologies, man. I just made you sound like a chick. I apologize. Okay, some people, King. Didn't you trash it as a horse riding simulator? I thought that's what the name was. I didn't know it was called Red Dead Redemption.
Listen.
King, the rebuttal.
You are 100% right. I also bend the knee, purchased the game. That's one. Okay, so not only am I going to sell that game and play it in Game Pass, I'll probably get like $5 for it. It doesn't matter. But
I wonder if that decreases the value at GameStop if it's on Game Pass.
Probably so.
Continue,
it doesn't take away from the fact that other people view the game as game of the year. I don't. Game of the century, game of the generation. I don't. Listen, I'm not going to tell you that it's my game of generation. I'm not going to tell you that. I will not even put it out there and tell you, yo, run out and go buy this. But if you have Game Pass, you'll be doing yourself a disservice if you did not try this game at least to try it inside Game Pass. That's all I'm saying. The same way I would say play Momodora and check out games inside Game Pass, this is a huge incentive for certain people who didn't have the finances at that period of time to get said game.
Facts. No doubt. I agree with that. Shout out to JD Gamer, $2 super chat. King, kill that Game Pass fodder argument. Kill it.
Well, I mean, what I would tell you is this, right? Go to the store, purchase every game that's inside Game Pass. I'm going to put up my $14.99, and you tell me who has more chips later to buy some clothes. You just let me know what you got left over after you did all of that 100 game purchasing. And I'm gonna let you know what I got left over too.
I think you're on something, King. I think you're on something.
That's the Game Pass challenge for you.
That's the Game Pass challenge? That's what we doing?
Yes.
Oh my God. He said, Jefferson said, now King, your game of the decade is Spidey, and I owe you for that. So y'all made a reconciliation. Right. You know what I'm saying? But let's get Lord Gene, man. You know, Red Dead, the news dropped, Lords of Gaming down there, put it out there, man. What's going on? How do you feel? Is this a big deal? Is this overrated?
I don't think it matters to the 20 million people that already bought Red Dead, but I have three thoughts about it.
Let's get it.
In the Book of X, after the chapter of Jerome, after the chapter of 30 versus 30, Capture the Flag and Halo, there's a chapter for Game Pass. And I think that the people that are on the fence about Game Pass are the people that already have
Is
Game
it a
Pass.
good chapter? That's all I want to know. Is it a good chapter?
It's a good chapter. This convinces them of Microsoft's commitment to Game Pass. Everyone in this chat, everyone in the group here, we all feel differently about PlayStation Now than we do about Game Pass.
Yes.
And it's about the quality of the games in there. And it makes you feel warm and fuzzy about their commitment to it.
Yeah.
And the other thing it does is, you know, if you're a 14, 15-year-old kid right now and you're mowing lawns or you're running groceries for grandma,
brother,
then this may be the only way you play games. You know, there's so much value there for young kids between 10 and, you know, although that's probably not their age demographic, but hey, that's neither here nor there. That will now get access to these games. Then there's another subsection of gamers that just play PUBG, that just play Fortnite. And now they're going to be able to dip their toes into a narrative-driven game and realize that video games are a better medium than movies and television.
Talk about it.
That's it.
Something. Yeah, man. Listen, let me get the super chat real quick. The Living Flame. Shout out to $2 super chat. Shout out to King for Momodora actually being awesome. That's what's up. You already know. And then JD Gamer, again with the $2 super chat. I'm with you, King. Kill it for the PS fans narrative. Okay. There's a lot of killing. JD wants a lot of killing today. He wants people to kill. All right, cool. Can I jump in or you up?
No, I'm good. Look, when it comes to only thing I have to say about this is, look, I don't like this game. I don't. I think this game is boring. I think this game is too much. But there's no denying the quality. There's no denying the quality this game is and how big this game is to go into something like Game Pass. Like, look, people need to realize that after a certain amount of time that games come out, any game is available to come to Game Pass. It just depends if Microsoft's willing to back the truck up or not. Any game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Shout out to Michael Punch in the realm. Let me jump in and I'll move on. Yeah, I mean, look, I think Gene, Rage King, I killed it. I think, and Attic, of course. I think it's a tremendous look. You know what I'm saying? I think King said it best though, in the sense of, as hardcore gamers, we got to stop just thinking about ourselves. Yes, we bought it. We got it day one. You know what I'm saying? There's millions of people that did pick it up, no doubt. But it's not about just us. There's a huge market, and Gene said it eloquently, who just, like I said, the kid that's mowing lawn, the kid who's just getting into the ecosystem, who's just finally getting his console. He's just got enough for the console and that's it, or maybe one game. It's more cost effective to say, you know what? Instead of me get this one game, I can get Game Pass, get all these games. You know what I'm saying? And then there's people who just missed out. Go ahead.
Not to mention, you know, I've seen multiple care. I have a friend that she does daycare.
Well,
and there'd be times I'm over there chilling with my friend Evan, and his girl runs a daycare, and then her daycare mom will come over, and it's been multiple times, not just once, not just twice, multiple times, where he'll bring his Xbox, and she's like, well, what do I do? She don't know nothing about game. Don't worry, he's got Game Pass. He'll do whatever he needs. It works a lot for a scenario that people don't really like. It's like I say, even, you know, I'm the addict world. You know, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, when it comes to stuff like this, it's not for us.
It's not for us.
This system is not for us. Sure, we get it because it's cheaper.
Right. We'll get it.
If let me put it to you this way. If King David, Lord King David, is getting stuff because it's cheaper on his wallet, what makes you think the chick working at Ryan's ain't getting this for her son?
Yeah. And look, at the end of the day, for the hardcore, Game Pass is attracted to us because I think day and date attracts us, right? We're like, yo, I ain't got to spend that bread for the joint. You know what I'm saying? I get it. And I think for the hardcore, like what King is doing, like I call them like the in the corner indie gems, or, you know, just like even that article you put out, Gene, you know what I'm saying? Deliver Us the Moon. That was a game I didn't really know about, you know what I'm saying? Until your article, and you was like, yo, it's in Game Pass. If you like these type of games, blah, blah, blah. And I said, you know what? Boom, let me just download this, right? Let me go check this out. Something that I might not necessarily have spent that bread in. I had maybe lukewarm or partial interest. And now all of a sudden it's in Game Pass. Now it attracts me. But I think ultimately, you know what I'm saying, how I want to see also how they handle Game Pass come launch of the Series X. Because to me, it's a wild card. It's something that they have as an advantage coming into the next gen, and I want to see how they leverage it. You know what I'm saying? With xCloud, with people who get a new console, it has some potential there, man. So I think it's cool. I mean, again, I know not everyone agrees, but you know.
I just want to add to your Deliver Us the Moon thing.
Yeah,
that game, they are a pioneer of ray tracing and DLSS.
Yes,
and that's in the article that we wrote about the game. And if you want to learn more about ray tracing and those techniques, and you don't have to go buy the game if you have Game Pass. You can, if it's just a tech demo of you playing around with your video card and figuring out how this ray tracing stuff works and calibrating your monitors and things like that. That's how you're going to set up. You don't have to go out and buy a game to do that.
Right. Absolutely. No, I completely agree. That's what I got on the thing. But we gonna move on unless anybody's got anything else on the whole
I just say this, right?
Okay, go for it.
I say when the X launches, it's a benefit. Right. And people like to run out and say that it's a rental service for games. Okay, it's a rental service for games. The same way Netflix is a rental service for movies. The same way that Amazon and Hulu, Amazon is for music. You know, Hulu is for TV shows and stuff like that. I don't see y'all having that same energy when it comes to other rental services that you use in your life. Maybe the fear comes from the fact that you might miss the bill that month.
Right.
You know, and if you feel this is what I'm saying, right? You have that $60 that you was going to buy a game with. Take that $60, put it on a card, put that towards your Game Pass. You understand? And then you extend that period of time. So I think unstable people financially unstable people, and this is real,
No, it's
very
real. No,
real
that's real.
right now.
Right now. Yes,
Right,
I
very
agree.
real right now.
I agree.
This I believe Game Pass helps people right now, and I believe Game Pass is needed right now.
Yes.
All right, so I'm playing games without going to the store, without going to GameStop to purchase games, and financially, I need that break.
I feel that.
You know, and it helps me to go out and buy food, and helps offset a lot of costs at this period of time right now. And I think this period of time is going to last a lot longer than everybody thinks.
Let me jump into it.
Look at Gears. Let me say something real quick. Look at Gears Tactics. You know. Like, I didn't have to, with all this going on, I didn't have to be like, yo, like, I'm going to have to wait.
Yes.
Like, they gave me that service, and they gave me, like, 3 years of free Game Pass. Shout out to Microsoft. Like, they gave me that opportunity that be like, yo, we got you. Like, it's right there. Like, Wasteland 3 come out. I know I get to play that. I know I get to touch that. And I don't even have to get to that time.
I think also, I want to bring this to Rage in the sense that, like, what's cool about it is that as gamers, right, there are times when you got to make tough choices, right? There are times when 3 or 4 games drop within a tight window, and you like, damn, I got to make a choice. I think Game Pass gives you that security blanket, like, okay, I got this one off the list because that's in Game Pass. I'm good. Like, I'm looking at next week, and I'm terrified, right? I got Streets of Rage. I got Gears Tactics, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, those two, Streets of Rage 4 and Gears, that specifically launch in Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? So anything else that drops around that window, I'm okay financially. I don't have to spend the bread all, you know what I'm saying, all at once. And that's the part that is really, really cool. Let me get this super chat real quick. Shout out to Gaming by Choice, $2 super chat. Red Dead Redemption 2, better than most movies I watch. Great game. But that's all I got. Anybody else got anything on Game
We got
Pass
3 super chats.
Oh, please get them for me. Please.
So
okay,
we got to... You read that one.
First.
Who we got?
You want me to
$10 super chat?
Yesterday,
you get that one.
Yeah, $10 Smitty Smith.
Yeah.
All right, Christopher Hart, still being unoriginal, I see. The Book of X. There's a movement and a mindset. If you had your own thoughts, you would know this. The Book of X.
So we got a $5 super chat from JD Gamer. Do you think Microsoft keeps Game Pass the same? Game Pass the same with day and date. Does Sony bend the knee next gen and eventually offer day and date? And if not, like what? I think when it comes to that, which Smitty Smith, you definitely appreciate. We'll read them, man. We'll read them. But JD Gamer, I feel like it just depends on how well it does next gen. Yeah. If you start to see a huge fluctuate between, install base, maybe not even huge, just enough to really hit Sony's pocket, they'll have to look into stuff like that. Okay, what do they have over us? Game Pass. What do they have over us on Game Pass? Oh, they do when they stuff day and day. I don't think you'll see big games. You'll start to see they'll open the dam up just a little bit.
Actually, shout out to Reddit for me in the chat. Salute, Red. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you. Yeah, I agree. I think Game Pass doing well helps. Puts the fire under Sony, right, to improve PS.
I say this, right? Microsoft lost this generation, and you see them coming out swinging, right? You see them having to do this. This is not something that is fostered from a position of winning. This is coming from a position of losing.
I feel that.
All right? For Sony to do something as drastic as this, for you to get God of War 2 inside PlayStation Now or whatever service they ramp it up with, because I believe that PlayStation Now, because how can you call yourself PlayStation Now and you get games later?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Hold on. We got to put up. Do we have the onto something emoji in there? Is it for the actual people? You got to put the onto emoji. Put the shields in there. King, that was epic. I'm sorry. That was
spitting bars. Messy bars. Continue.
No, that was epic bars. Don't put messy in this.
I'm just saying, right? If this is what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to either change the name of that service to fit what your service actually is. Yeah, because it's definitely not accurate. Because God. PlayStation Now is not exactly what they're doing. They're giving you PlayStation later, right? So what they have to do is rebrand it, and you will want them to actually take a L very early on in order for this service to take flight,
right?
Because if they continue to win, you're going to continue to get no information, you're going to continue to get what they want when they want to give it to you.
Right.
At the times they want to give it to you.
Right.
Microsoft has been open, honest, and showing
Facts.
because of the mistakes of the past.
Facts.
That comes from losing.
Right.
Do not think Game Pass is a result of winning.
I feel like
Game Pass is a result of losing,
No doubt.
and it only benefits the gamers
Facts.
because now they understand
On to something.
who butters their bread and how fickle we are. So if you want Sony to actually treat you the same way Microsoft is treating all Xbox fans, then you must show them how fickle you are with your dollars and stop settling for a joystick here or SSD information here. You want a reveal, then show them that by not tuning in, by not doing this until they give you what you want, then you show them.
I feel it. Let me get the crust though. Shout out to PixelFitG, $5 super chat. In the book of Sony, PS Now is listed with an asterisk. Not day one trash and a sad afterthought. That's why I read the book of X. Oh my God, y'all being messy. Y'all messy today. Jesus. Anyway, that's what PlayStation. Yo, they say hashtag PlayStation later. I gotta stop y'all out of control right now. King is starting trouble. We got to move on because we gotta get these topics popping, man. We got to get it going on. But yeah, man, look like I think I am up, and we have. Here we go. Xbox Series X. Somebody gotta get the doorbell. Somebody gotta get the doorbell first before.
That's me. I'll be right back.
Get your doorbell, and then we continue.
That knock was
crazy. That knock was lit. He was like, ding.
That knock sounded like police.
That was the police, man. He getting raided. That's what's going on.
Oh my God. Anyway, moving on. So look, man, we got a lot of information recently. Shout out to JezCorden, WindowsCentral. Tremendous article. They had a chance to sit down with a lot of devs, not just Xbox and first party stuff, some third party devs as well, and they had a lot to say about the Series X. And some people are very excited, very impressed, about what they're seeing. There was a lot of information posted in this article about developers and what they are excited for the Series X for the next generation. So I want to bring this to the realm. I want to start off with my bro, Lord Ragevirus. We've been talking a lot about this. What are some of the things that excited you? And I know you had some things to say about the SSD specifically that excited you. So what you got?
So, like you mentioned, JezCorden put out a wonderful article talking with a bunch of Xbox developers, not just Xbox developers, more or less specifically two, but there's also third-party developers in there as well. Right. It was really nice to see a lot of them talk about what they're excited about because I've been waiting for something like this for a long time. Because a developer standpoint is the best viewpoint you can get for these next-gen consoles technology-wise. So, when we go through the article and read through it, we see a lot of praise for everything about the Series X for the most part, but a lot of it also focuses on the SSD aspect. Right. Now, people need to realize that for next generation in general, SSD is a big deal.
Yes.
Doesn't matter if it's high write and read speed or low speed. It doesn't really matter. An SSD in general is going to make a massive improvement. Now, in general, this isn't just an ordinary SSD. This is an NVMe SSD. So you got an SSD that is designed to be fast off in the first place, right? So a lot of the earlier SSDs were still running off of SATA type drives, which is usually made for HDDs because HDDs, external hard drives, are the only large capacity drives you could really get until NVMe SSDs, because you could only get high capacity SSDs if it's an NVMe SSD running off of PCIe 4.
Yes.
Which is substantially, I think, if I remember reading correctly, 6 times faster than PCIe 3. So there's a lot of good things going into this next generation technology. Now, there's a lot of defining factors with the SSD as well for the Series X. It's nice to see, it's nice to see Jason Ronald in the article.
Yeah.
He actually went over again. Kind of what he's actually been speaking and talking about for a while now, and it seems a lot of people aren't exactly paying attention. So
break it down.
Let's just say they took the I/O speeds and the SSD speeds into consideration a long time ago and focused the Xbox Velocity architecture in around this SSD I/O speeds. So the Xbox Velocity architecture has so many components into it that help the efficiency with the SSD and transfer information from the hard drive to the GPU, CPU, whatever it really needs to process and create that game.
Right.
There's a lot of cool little features to it as well, like direct storage for one.
Yep.
You got hardware decompression. You got a dedicated hardware decompression block, which is a big deal for it. It really helps out with the CPU overhead in general. So, if I remember reading correctly, an SSD can take up a lot of CPU core usage.
Right.
And if I also remember reading correctly, it could take sometimes up to 5 cores of your CPU. And if we're going with what is on the Series X, a 8-core CPU,
right,
that's 5 of them already gone, and you got 3 of them left over.
Right.
So they implemented something into this, which has reduced the workload down to a portion of 1 core, which has really alleviated a lot of the workload on the SSD into just a very small portion. So it really, there's a lot of things that have speed up the efficiency, and let's just say they don't need to have such high speeds to be able to do the things that you need it to do.
Gotcha.
To present the next gen technology or changes that you are wanting.
Right.
Now, I understand that PS5 has a very, very high SSD speeds and has been praised quite a lot by quite a few people.
Yep.
But what you need to understand is those high speeds aren't everything.
Right.
It all comes down to the system architecture and how everything coexist together.
Right.
Now,
as opposed to the single component of just the SSD itself, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, we found out a lot about the PS5 and how that system's going to work, but at the same time, there's still some software backend or hardware backend not issues, but things that we might not know about yet.
Yeah, there's still stuff we don't know. It's still, like, in fairness, yes.
Exactly. Yeah, there's still a lot of things that we don't know yet about, but I think what to take away from this article is that it's going to be really impressive. You might not see really basically any difference between the PS5 or the Series X. We don't really know yet.
That's slanderous. Be careful. You know, the fanboys not like this. What you saying?
It's true though. Like, hey, you know what? We need to find.
I've heard that SSD can move mountains and do it all. That's the difference.
I'm hearing the same thing too. But like, what I keep being from a special someone that has told me is like, you can have all the horsepower that you want, but if you don't got the torque to get it to the road.
Ooh, fair.
It's to piggyback off of what he's explaining, regardless of what they're going to code to the least common denominator. Let's say the least common denominator is the PC, right?
Yeah.
None of those PCs have an SSD drive that is equal to what Sony is trying to do. Now, in saying this, Sony's first party titles will be quick, will be fast, will be 100% if they are not focused on the PC. But new Sony has showed you that they take the PC in consideration.
New Sony.
So when Jim Dance Moves Ryan gives the edict that these games have to run equally or close to equally off the board, that removes your advantage, or quote unquote said advantage, when it comes to speed. Also, I must say that the PlayStation is using the Kraken technology, compression technology, that will allow them to actually reduce the amount of cores that will be used for transference of information, the same way that Microsoft is using their compression technology as well. Right. So it's not like Sony doesn't have compression technology and they're just running out there all willy-nilly with it. You know.
No doubt. We got a couple of super chats I think we missed. Addict, you got those? I think Stitch.
And let me Stitch. So we got a $5 super chat from Stitch. Hot off the press, as Sony announces new service, PlayStation later. We will give you the games when we like it, when we feel like it. Then we got it.
We missed. I think we missed JD Gamer earlier. $5 super chat. And Microsoft is a genius. They got everyone on a 3-year deal, which will be over around the time all the new exclusive Xbox Series X games are out. Hashtag $1 argument over. I like that. That's funny. Continue. What's the next one?
Hold up. Then we got a $10 super chat from JD Gamer. Okay, I assume he's talking about, overall community. Stop giving Sony credit for the whole gen. They didn't have any AAA bangers until February 2017 with Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm going to give you the whole name, okay? That's what they got. They got games before that were the
Indie Station. Wow.
Indie Station. Were scarce content. No holes in my memory. Hashtag no holes in my memory.
You're right. But let's say this, right? They won the gen on price.
Yes.
You see, it's not just games alone that pushed them to the forefront. It was the game, it was price, and then it was the narrative. Okay, price and power. I mean, because seriously, you're gonna buy a less powerful system for $100 more. I mean, you really have to have something special going on up here. If you're walking in a store with X amount of dollars and there's a system that is weaker for $100 more, no, you're gonna. I don't care what's going on. You're gonna go get the more powerful system for $100 cheaper.
I feel that. Let me get Smitty Smith $2 super chat. They better stop listening to Mark Uncertain Cerny.
No, his name is Magic Mark Cerny, sir.
God.
And he's using his
Shout
magic
out to be
trick
messy.
upon
The
you.
SSD is the vaccine for the T virus. The pamphlet for PS5. They messy. All right, we gonna move. Wait, did we get Sage? Oh man, Sage.
No.
Get Sage.
So we got a $5 super chat from Sujitsu Sage. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. Maybe I got that right. I don't know.
You good.
Sony originally intended to give the PS5 2 SSDs and no GPU. Just like that time Sony planned to give the PS3 2 cell processors with no GPU. You know what? I think you're going to have to put that on to something, man. You're going to have to put that on to something.
I can't. Sujitsu, you my man, but you being messy today. Like, you in your bag. You know what I'm saying? Normally I give it. Y'all out of control. Look, man.
I tried for you, man. I tried.
They cutting costs, but they ain't cutting costs
They're
like
out of
that.
control, man. Listen, man. At the end of the day, we got to get it. So I'm finished. Did you finish up, Ray? We got to give it to G.
Well, I'll give it one last iteration here. So, Series X, the SSD, it's very good. It's very capable. It's going to improve a lot in the gaming atmosphere. And like my whole point is, this PS5 SSD is really fast, but let's not count out the Series X just yet because there's a lot going for it that I don't think a lot of people understand just yet.
Okay.
And it could be just as capable with doing less, basically.
Okay.
Less speeds, but just as capable.
We gonna bookmark it, man. I saw your tweets, man. I saw your Twitter. You was lit. Twitter was lit for you going in on this subject. So that is what's up. Lord G, man. They slandering your Sony right now. I need you to shoot your gun back, man. They doing too much out here.
Nah, I think we've unloaded his whole gun by now.
G's in the building. Let's go. Sony in the building. LordsGamer.net. What's up?
I think by the time it matters, we're going to be 2 years into this generation. I think both consoles are close enough where it's going to be 2 years before we really notice a big difference. And the scope of until we find out what Sony's doing, it's so hard to say because we don't know what Sony's doing. But the scope of the Microsoft games are never going to be bigger than the original VCR style Xbox X. So it's going to be very easy for them to take that GPU power, throw it at all the games in the Series X, crank up that resolution, the frame rates, throw all the HDR out if they possibly can, throw all the high-end audio, and there's going to be some really solid experiences in there. And there won't be any load times. The hard drive won't mean that much because the games will have to run on the very first style console.
No, that is exciting. Now, I was going to ask you this real quick before I pass it, Gene. Did you get a chance to check out that WindowsCentral article from JezCorden where the developers are a couple of various developers were talking about the Series X? I don't know if you get a chance to read it or anything like that.
I saw it, but it was a couple of days ago, and there's so much
much
noise,
on,
and you don't know what to believe. And
no, fair. It's fine. I just want to know if you caught that or not. It's all good. Lord Addict, anything from these developers that are exciting you about the Series X? How they're raving and talking?
Does it play my games?
Yes.
Okay, then we go.
Then you good. Then you moving on.
Yeah, we good.
All right, cool. Let me get the super chat. Shroom Kingdom, $5 super chat. Did you guys see that Series S mock-up on Reddit? I was the one that mocked it up and posted it there. WindowsCentral used it on an article. Wow, salute, Shroom Kingdom. I did not see it, but I saw WindowsCentral too. I think maybe I did see it. That's crazy.
Was that the little white one?
The little white one, right? That looked like a little, that's what I thought. Let me know if that was the one, because I did see one. Not sure if it's yours, but we will give you the credit when credit is due. Lord, I'm sorry, somebody's talking?
I like that. That was nice.
Yeah, you liked it too? Lord,
Yeah.
No doubt. Lord King, man, anything excite you about these developers? What they talking?
Everybody's excited for new hardware. I mean, it would scare me if there was like, it's nothing new. That would scare the hell out of me. But as far as SSDs goes, this SSD narrative that is out here, that people are acting like the Xbox SSD is slow or something. Listen, we've seen real world applications of the Xbox Series X SSD. right, compared to an X, right? You have not seen Sony's real life comparisons to a PlayStation Pro and a PlayStation 5. You have not seen this in a real game scenario. So all this wishful thinking and hoping and praying and doing all this stuff, you got to ask Sony to show you this stuff in real stuff, because all you keep talking about is this little Spider-Man demo where somebody's pressing fast forward on a remote control and it's you're going through a war. Listen, I don't believe them until they decide to give it to somebody like Digital Foundry, or they decide to give it to Austin Evans, and they step away and allow them to talk. I don't believe them when they're controlled narrative. I don't believe anything with them having little press conferences and telling you they want your ears. I do not believe them at all until they show the level of respect that they do for your dollar. And if you think I'm fighting and I'm just talking from a Microsoft standpoint, I'm not. I'm talking from a standpoint of who has earned my bucks right now. Microsoft has earned my bucks right now, because I actually can see and know that they're 40% more powerful than the PlayStation 5. All right, and they're willing to stand on a square. This is what developers are saying. So when another company doesn't come out and refute these claims and don't show their best foot forward, you're fighting against invisible warrior, because you are out here holding a banner for somebody that doesn't have your back. and I hear you guys rep the PlayStation 4. Live in the now, rep the PlayStation 4, because you don't have nothing but a controller.
Oh my God.
To rep right now. You don't know what you're repping. You don't even know what it look like.
They don't know what they repping.
Like how can you
I mean, let's be 100% wrong. Let's be 100% honest here. Is he wrong?
No.
He's not wrong. Like,
I don't even like the controller.
and the reason that I really want to state this is, fam, we almost in May.
Like, it's never gonna happen.
It's coming.
It's never gonna happen. According to this, it's never gonna happen. Continue.
But okay, it's just the fact that dudes is doing a lot of capping without any schematics.
I feel where you're going.
You
Listen,
know,
up and down.
I'm sorry though. It's like when you give it up. Some people don't want to give it up to LeBron and tell LeBron that he's the GOAT right now. So, okay, you don't want to give it up to LeBron, but LeBron is giving you show and proof, right? You got to give it up to the people that is giving you what you're looking for in somebody that you're repping. You got to look over and say, well, you know what? I don't support them dudes, but they out there doing it.
That's it. I feel
you know, just give that respect.
Just give it up. That's what you say. I feel what you said. Let me get these super chats before. JD Gamer $10 super chat. Scenario: what happens if Phil goes for the juggler and takes the hit like they did during the 360 years and prices the Series X at $399? Surprising if PlayStation 5. This price
if Microsoft puts that at $399,
$300.
No,
that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. But he said a scenario where it happens.
Scenario, I mean,
well, if that scenario happens, you know what happens in that whole scenario.
He gets Aurelius. He gets Aurelius at that point.
I feel like if he does that, he gets more than Aurelius. Like.
Yeah. Aurelius. He's Aurelius out here.
He's Aurelius. Shout out to Brian Ingram, $2 super chat. I'm going to wait for the PlayStation 5 Pro. ? Hashtag Bigfoot. PS5. Oh, y'all being
PlayStation 5 Pro. Y'all out of control.
Y'all out of control. We got some more addict. You got to get this, Jonathan B.
All right, let me find it. There's just so many. You guys are being so graceful right now. The PS5. We got $5 super chat from Jonathan B. The PS5 SSD doesn't even require a CPU or a GPU or a box, though, King. Xbox doesn't have anything to match the level of speed.
Pamphlet of PS5.
Oh, man, he got that pamphlet, King. How you feel about that, man? He got the pamphlet ahead of time. We got $5 super chat from Smitty Smith. Cerny was up there like he was Yu-Gi-Oh! Battling in the Shadow Realm with these shadow people.
Yo, I can't with y'all today. What is happening today? JD Gamer with the $5 super chat. Jonathan B, tell me the last time an SSD, no matter the speed, allowed you to draw and control a character on the screen. Let me answer. Never. I can't with y'all. Listen, man. I get it. We're excited. I'm just saying, shout out to Sam on Red Infamy and No Russian. They going through it with y'all. They like, I cannot believe this chat. Y'all out of control. It's all jokes. It's all fun. It's all jokes. You know, listen, I do agree with King on, yes, you want your company to show and prove. You want to see the transparency. You know what I'm saying? And I get that part. He's not wrong. He is not wrong on that part. However, as I always say,
these howevers is how Cognito shows up on like Sony fanboy lists.
Yeah, I'm clearly on the Sony list. I'm on the Sony list today. But damn, I can't even get off. Brian Ingram again, $5 super chat. You guys are late to the party. The PS5 controller is what? The Control Wii is the console?
Is the console.
Oh, the controller is the console.
Yo,
okay, that's
why it's a dual sense.
Yo, y'all gotta stop right now. Oh my god, I can't with y'all. Look, you know, at the end of the day,
that's why they've only showed us the controller, because that is the console.
Ta-da!
Oh my god.
He's like, I can just imagine like the reveal for that. Like we showed you this controller 2 months ago. There's a reason we haven't showed you anything else. Because this, my friend, is the PS5. It's the PS5, the PS6, and the PS7 all in one controller.
Savage. Look, I'll make it quick. To me, shout out to Rage. I love what you said about, you know, we got to hear more from them on the intricacies of the SSD and how the velocity architecture works in conjunction to see how it achieves that goal. That is exciting to me.
Absolutely.
I want to see how that all plays out. And of course, we got to see them side by side. Shout out to Digital Foundry, Lennerman, and all them guys when they do the side by sides. But for me, Rebellion excited me. They had a lot to say in reference to that. They were talking about 4K 60 FPS as a standard. Fonz. We know we've been going at it, Fonz. They kind of were saying some things that kind of go at your narrative that you don't expect it every game. But I mean, he was very excited about that, so that was cool. And then they were talking about ray tracing, but not only just ray tracing with the lighting and things that we expect, but from an acoustic standpoint and an audio, yes, Rage. Yep, Rage know what I'm talking about. So he said, I think that really excited me. He said, for example, we can do incredible things with the acoustics to enhance realism, modeling realistic sound occlusion for AI hearing in real time. He said, for example, is an incredible, useful feature for creating stealth games. So that really, really excited me. That resonated. And yeah, we're going to see, man. We can't wait. I can't wait for them, you know, to get their hands on the hardware and we can see. Oh, hip hop. Yo, we got to throw up the crest for hip hop. That's what's up, my brother, man.
You know what it is?
You know what it is.
I must be banging hard.
Yeah, Red
right
put the
now.
word out. Red was like, yo, they talking.
Red pulled up that phone. Was like, you got to get here.
You got to hear. We got to shut them down. Yeah, it was a lot of bottle popping in hip hop. Yo, he said, what's up with y'all? Stay blessed, and he said, "Much love to the Lord."
That's my
guy.
Go ahead, Kid. It's just that you know they can't fight. You know what's been presented. You know, it's just we know that it's
look at him. He knows he's here, so he's doubling down. He's like, "Here, I got something for you."
No. We know that is more powerful. That's something they can't dispute. Right? It's a fact. Right? We know what it looks like. It's a fact. So we're gonna deal with facts. We got a controller and we got a console that's more powerful than whatever they show. Whatever they come out with, we know for a fact that is not going to be more powerful than the Series X. Okay, so now that we know for a fact that it will not be more powerful, we also know one undeniable truth. Sony is walking with serious caution because as soon as they put out the narrative for price, as soon as they say $399, you understand they have you know, on the gun is a bayonet, right? You know, on the bayonet, like in the front, what y'all don't know what a bayonet is, it's the blade in the front, right? So they shoot you and they run up to you and they right? Yo, you gotta stop. This is when they finish you off with the bayonet. They put you down with the right? So the Series S is the bayonet.
That's the bayonet. That's the finisher.
Once y'all say your price, gonna win. Yo, you stupid. And then the to is going to be the Series S with the undercut of the price, because this generation you're not coming in talking about the price is cheaper. You're not coming in talking about you got more power. You are boxed in a corner with a controller.
Oh my god!
You know what?
Hold on, King. For the community, for the culture, you gotta say again. I gotta hear it one more time.
Was crazy.
Like when you get that, finish them off. You just gotta finish them off.
I can't. Yo, Red said it's a bayonet with a blunt edge. She not feeling you right now. She not feeling you.
It's cause she hasn't felt the yet.
Yo, the chat is on fire. I love y'all. I can't with this chat. Lord Jameson, $5 super chat. Gotta run in 5 minutes. Just wanted to salute the Lords for another excellent show. I want more Jerome next week. Still salute the Spartan Jerome, man. That was definitely a classic today. And then we got my man Stitch, $5 super chat. Stitch, throw the crest up. Soldier Boy had more transparency with his console than Sony with the PlayStation 5. Wow, throw them in the bushes? We throwing them in the bushes, Stitch? Damn. It's early. Can we That was best. Can we at least wait till June though? Can we wait till June? And then who else we got? We got oh my god. We got Jesus, I missed a lot. New one. Nitrous NX with the 5 pounds from over the pond. SSD can never, for a fact, make up for sheer GPU performance. The bayonet. I can't. Restore Hades. $5 super chat. King laying down the law.
Hip hop is calling. Hold on.
Oh, yo, they calling you. They got to stop you. They like, give me the link. Give me the link.
He's like, where the hell is that?
Hip hop went in. He got to defend Sony honor right now. This is crazy. So while King is negotiating with hip hop, most likely to get on the show. Restored Hades, $5 super chat. King is laying down the law like Moses coming from the mountaintop. Phil Spencer is waiting for the killing bow. Or God in them. Oh, we brought back all God in them. Okay. And then Attic, I need you to get G. Mark Lewis and the next two, man.
So we got a $2 super chat from G. Mark Lewis. Series X, faster CPU, more powerful GPU. Stop ponies.
Oh my God, Smitty Smith.
Smitty Smith. We got a $5 super chat from Smitty Smith. Dan Rosso, I don't know, I definitely butchered that, said speed kills SSD. That is true when the rest of the body fails because it is unstable. Enjoy.
Yo, this is the messiest chat I have ever seen.
I love it.
Yes, I know you do. And then, oh my God, Brian Ingram again with the $5 super chat. For a fact, Sony was talking to shadow people. You laugh out loud. Okay, all right, fair enough. Look, man, that's pretty much what I got as far as, this whole thing. Look, developers are excited. Red is not stopping. She's like, that bayonet is blunt because bayonet would be the talent. And no day, Sony got the talent, though. We got to see it. Look, Red, I'm with y'all saying, I say by June we should get something, and then from there we'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying? But I know Sony.
And there, my friend, is the political. The Cognito had to be political.
Listen, I gotta see what the competition do, man. Before I gotta jump out the window. JD,
you guys have no idea what responsibility is put on LordCognito.
Well, check this out. I just got
King on check.
Listen, I just got the call. I just got the edict from Hip Hop Gamer. He said he gonna set the record straight next week. So he definitely won't come in, but he was checking in on the Lords. He was checking in on lordsofgaming.net. He just wanted to make sure that everybody is cool and everybody's okay during this period of time that we're having right now. And he said when this stuff alleviates and we get back to a little bit of semblance of normalcy, we go out and get some dinner or whatever that.
Listen, and shout out to Ray, all PlayStation Nation in the building too, and hip hop, because I want first to say, salute to y'all in here. It's all love. But we got to get both of them in the realm together. I want that you know what I'm saying? I want that royal couple up together. That would be fire. You know what I'm saying? So Red Hip Hop, I know y'all listening. Let's do it. I know when schedules, first of all, thanks for checking in, everybody. You know what I'm saying? And but when the schedules get better, we definitely got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to get some Sony representation. They running wild on y'all right now. They running wild on y'all. They doing bayonets and all type of stuff. And I needed defense. I could only fight so many battles. They coming to defend y'all. But anyway, salute Hip Hop. That's what's up. Done deal. We definitely need that in the realm. Show unity, console unity. You know it's all love. It's all jokes. We have fun with this, and it's so great to see y'all.
Everyone here plays everything.
Everybody plays everything. It's just fun.
I literally bought another PlayStation just to play Final Fantasy.
So I was there day one. They mad at me when I say GOAT all the time.
I mean, in all jokes, there's some form of in all jokes, there's form of truth. We do know X
stop!
is more
We ain't gonna do this,
powerful.
kid. We not gonna do this.
I mean, I'm just saying. From all accounts, you do know that the X is more powerful.
Moving on, because this topic will go on forever. We got. I think I missed 2 super chats. JD Gamer, $5 super chat. Look, the Xbox Series X is more powerful than the PlayStation 5. Period. No secret SSD, audio chip, or giving CERN in your ears will change that. Okay, we got you. And then J. Mark Lewis, $2 super chat. Only 36 CUs. That PS5 will buckle retrace. Oh my God, we're buckle retrace. We gotta move on. Last topic. I will speedball through this because we are going late, and this is Saab's topic, and I'll keep it smooth. We got the new NPDs up. Shout out to Undead in the Realm who put this up, man. Tom Nook out here taking March, man. You know what I'm saying? Switch coming out. Should I just leave the Switch coming in hot? Should I just leave it permanently?
Just leave it up there. Just leave it up there.
Okay.
Let it keep spinning. Let it spin.
Let it spin. Let it spin for a little bit.
Let it
So
spin, baby.
Animal Crossing, man, it's out here, it's moving. They broke all type of records. It's looking crazy. Then we got the top 20. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Call of Duty still being number 2, right? Up for so many months. Hot. MLB The Show number 3, and we know that's as an exclusive right now. Eventually will come to multi-plat. And shout out to Undead for the gaming perspective. Yes, they made a fantastic point. When you imagine when that goes multi-plat, they could be number 1. You know what I'm saying? With as far as the okay. And then, so we got Resident Evil 3 round out 4, 2K25, Doom Eternal 6, Persona 5, Royale 7, Grand Theft Auto 5. Jesus, Grand Theft Auto 5 still
Grand
up
Theft
there.
never dies.
Wow, 7. And then, 8, Borderlands 3, 9, and Mario Kart Deluxe 8. Really? At the 10th spot. Insane.
What it is so many people, because I have a friend. He's trying to get me to sell him my Switch, because it's that serious. People can't get the Switch,
and
you got to consider how many people picked up a Switch and they look right next door and like, okay, let me pick up this game. We picked up this game. Well, this is a Mario Kart. Remember that? Let me pick up this game.
Yeah, man. So we got those numbers, and then from the injury, this is what I actually wanted to bring. Normally, I talk about Switch talk, but I'm gonna let y'all live today. But what I wanted to say, this one surprised me, and I don't see too many people talking about it, and I wanted to get your thoughts. And I'm looking at the top 10 Xbox One games in March, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. A little disappointed because I saw, Call of Duty up number 1, yes. Resident Evil number 2, Doom Eternal, NBA 2K4, Grand Theft 5 on Xbox 6, Madden on Xbox 6, Red Dead 7, 8 Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order, 9 FIFA 20, and 10 Minecraft, right? All solid choices, nothing wrong with those games. But Lord Rage, I didn't see Ori 2. I want to bring this to the realm. You know what I'm saying? We've always celebrated Game Pass.
That's purchase game, right?
Yeah. Digital sales are
that's
included.
purchase, right?
Yeah, but it didn't crack the
Okay,
top
but you're saying
10.
digital sales. It's not a digital sale if it's in Game Pass.
Why is
It's
that?
not a sale.
But people could still buy it. People could
Yeah,
still
but
buy
see,
Ori 2.
okay, let Rage hit that.
Let me get Rage, then we can get your balls off. But I wanted to bring this to you, Rage. Everybody, obviously, you have a fantastic review up on Lords of Gaming down there, in reference to Ori 2, which is fantastic. And I just want to know, how did you feel about that? Were you surprised about that? What's your whole thought process on Ori 2 not being up on this list?
Personally, I'm not actually surprised at all. I didn't make it on that list. Just for simple reasons. A couple of simple reasons here is one. Game Pass is a factor in it. Yes, people will not buy the game outright, even though for a game like that, it's really not expensive. It doesn't require a lot of money to actually full out purchase the game. But with Game Pass, you don't need to buy the game, so people just rely on that. The other thing you have to take into consideration is, even though it is a really, really good game, a wonderful sequel, and you all should play it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it is not a game that is made for everybody. Now, it is definitely a Metroidvania game, but it is kind of, there's only a subset group of people who are really going to find it.
Kitsmith refuses to play because he keeps getting lost.
How can you get lost in that game? There's a map.
He literally told me he won't play because he keeps getting lost.
I'm done. He said he keeps getting lost.
And this is the man that beat Bloodborne. Like, come on.
Defend your honor, kid. You're getting killed in here.
I don't even know if he's still in here.
The man, yeah, I honestly think Game Pass and just it being a certain type of game that it is, you can play the factor into it, not charting.
But let me ask you this though: we got to get controversial. We got to play fair because we out here every time we throwing up the Game Pass emoji when things is lit. But what about those who say, okay, well, if Game Pass was so lit, why ain't if it didn't encourage your sales, why people ain't go pick up this thing? What do you guys say to that?
I think that it encourages sales to certain third-party games and certain times when games leave. But I think as far as the Microsoft games, the longer the service is out and the more people recognize the value of the service on third-party games, first-party games coming day and day, I don't think you're going to see them really chart unless it's like the Halo, the Gears, the Forzas, because at the end of the day, like we can't clown on something for not being on NPDs when literally there's a service for $10 to play in that subscription service.
I feel where you're going. I just got a counter. We were popping bottles when State of Decay was up on there, when Sea of Thieves was up on there.
But I think that was still relatively, it wasn't necessarily at the beginning, but it was still at that time where people were really recognizing what Game Pass is. I mean, since then we've had State of Decay, all these updates of Sea of Thieves.
Right.
We had Gears, and then we have Gears Tactics coming up. The understanding that these games are day and day in Game Pass is becoming more and more recognizable to the casual market, to the hardcore market. So I don't blame people for not buying the game if literally it's in their subscription service.
All right. Lord Gene, what is your rationale with the Ori situation as far as Game Pass, just Game Pass in general? I mean, MPDs in general. What's your thought?
I'm not surprised about Ori in particular, just because of the size of the game in terms of what it is. What really blows me away is how well Take-Two is doing. I'm surprised to see Borderlands back in there. Maybe not so much, Grand Theft Auto or NBA, but to see Borderlands get back in there was very interesting. And I'm surprised how well Animal Crossing did. I'm really shocked that
it's King's Knees in Jeopardy. It's King's Knees in Jeopardy.
No,
that's without digital play.
You know what I say? I say you can have all the head starts you want.
But what
Slow and
Cyberpunk
steady wins the race.
When Cyberpunk getting Game Pass is on, it's
I'm
lit.
gonna tell you right now. Once that joint hit that Game Pass, that's when the bet is engaged.
And
once that
we know that you finessed the sale.
Once that bet is engaged, all I'm going to tell you is just watch that smoke.
Once that bet's engaged, you might as well just mail me them knees overnight.
Oh, but
like,
I'm
gonna tell you this: don't be surprised. You're gonna be that face that that meme that be like, oh, that meme.
It's gonna be hard to take your picture when you on your knees because they mine. Like,
you can take all the pictures you want. That's nasty. But I'm gonna pause to you. I'm gonna yell out pause to you. At Graphic Guard, I think we need a pause joint over there. Stop sign with a pause.
Oh my god. We still got God in there, but we still got another one for him to make. So we keeping it busy. But look, we know the bet. Obviously, for those who don't know, the bet the will return if Cyberpunk enters Game Pass. Then the bet between the Animal Crossing and Cyberpunk sales bet between King and Addict returns. But for now, continue, Lord G.
Hold on, I have a question. Is that just a calendar year bet? Like, when does that bet end?
Calendar year.
Okay.
So I have to wait till the end of the year to collect my knees, but it is to the end of the calendar year.
Right now, come Christmas, your knees gonna be wrapped up under my tree.
So those.
Well, to be fair, you already have my knees. I'm trying to win them back.
So, listen, you're not getting them back. All I'm gonna do is put shea butter on them because they're getting a little rusty. And so I'm just gonna put some shea butter on them, put some ornaments on them just for Christmas, so you can see your knees. I'm gonna send you a picture of your knees and let you know you ain't getting them back.
Oh, you're gonna send me a picture?
I'm gonna send you a picture of the hostage knees that I got on.
Oh my god! Anyway, continue cheating, and then we move on to Addict. That's what you got.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, no doubt. Lord Addict, man. Oh, I got you mostly right for the Ori thing and the thing.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's just one of those things. It's first off, it's a very difficult game for the casual consumer. It's not for everyone, and at the same time, it's on Game Pass. Like, I didn't expect this game to sell blockbusters or anything like that.
All right, shout out Mr. Super Chat. So it's Victor Alistair, $5 Super Chat question: do you think this pandemic could result in financial resets, resulting in cheaper studio acquisitions for publishers like Xbox and Google? What you think, G?
That definitely can happen.
Yeah.
You think so, G?
I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft and Sony and Google are all already talking to people like, yo, we know things are bad. When we slice you a little money, you come work for us. I wouldn't be surprised that it's already happening.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Gene,
It's tough. I'm sure a lot of these companies are trying to save cash reserves.
Right. No, fair enough, fair enough. Lord King, you had some explanations you wanted to give in reference to this.
Yes. Microsoft going forward is going to actually revolutionize the way that we look at MPDs. MPDs is the way of the dinosaur in a second. All right. And this is the
He's
fear.
right on.
This is the fear that people are having right now, because this is the fight back. This is the pushback that we have. We have those people that are brick and mortar dudes that want that same. Oh, I need to purchase this game, and I need to live in this little ecosystem, and I need to take up shelf space. So I need to collect something. Those dudes, and you have the dudes that, well, you know. The people that are raised up on services and stuff like that don't see the value in owning space. Right now, when you get to that space, you're gonna have to start looking at engagement. This is reasons why I said that you can't look at MPD when it comes to a game like Ori, because if you notice on that list, none of Xbox games were on that list on the Xbox platform. Right, and I believe that has a lot to do with the fact that Game Pass is more about engagement opposed to purchasing. Now, maybe if you start looking at what digital purchases is going down within the purchase of a game inside Game Pass, right? Like if you're playing Tekken and you wanted the skins and stuff like that, you will have to, you got the main game, you can get the DLC. But before the game leave, then you will purchase the main game or whatever, something like that down the road. So I honestly feel that Ori is at a benefit when it comes to engagement wise, but sales wise, Microsoft isn't running any red flags up the pole because they understand engagement and Game Pass is what they was looking for. They wasn't looking for Ori to be the top seller NPD wise of that month. And Animal Crossing, we knew that it was going to do what it was going to do. I think Animal Crossing will dominate until a real contender can step up in that space.
But let me ask you this, just to comment though. I got to ask you this. So I hear what you're saying in reference to Ori. I hear what y'all saying in reference to a niche title in a sense, and whatever. But my question is, all right, what about we still saw Gears up in there? It was still like in the top 10 or whatever. So my thing is this going to be the trend with all
going
first
forward?
Party?
Yes.
So you don't anticipate them being in?
No, because I believe not too many people, like Attic was saying, when Game Pass was still getting its footing. I'm starting to see commercials on ESPN and stuff like that now. So Game Pass was really getting their footing with games. I believe Gears was probably their top game, like to be released into Game Pass to make people feel comfortable about the service. Who said that? There was Gene that said that feeling warm and fuzzy with Game Pass, endearing you to Game Pass. So I believe that started the good feelings, and then you got something like Devil May Cry that was in January and stuff like that, allow people to see them when the richer, eyeballs have started to be open along the line. So more big games coming to Game Pass is going to reduce the footprint of the brick and mortar stores, as far as physical purchases. Because if you have a fear of the game that you've purchased at full price coming to Game Pass, you'll be more reluctant in going to the store to pay that money. You would sit back, play the games that you have in Game Pass, and try to figure out if this game is going to be released. If you can't wait for the game, then you will, actually go out and purchase the game. But if you can wait, Game Pass has shown you a lot of these top tier games is making their way to Game Pass at some point in time.
Oh, they going in though. Hold on, they coming for you right now. Lansville Paul, he's like, but King, how is the company that's selling the least amount of consoles dictating how the market should run? And then Geeky Nerds, smallest install base, ain't they don't like you talk about anything.
So let me tell you, the most progressive company is the company that's in the rear. So what you would look at as far as trendsetters would be the company that's behind, because if they're still in the fight, if they're still willing to fight, then they're going to do a whole bunch of things. When Sega lost to Sony, Sega came out with Dreamcast. See, so you have to understand, it takes losing to show innovation.
I see.
Okay, so when you're saying they're dictating pace, yes, they are dictating pace, because I'm going to tell you to go turn on your PlayStation now and go play some just released PlayStation game. You're not. All right, so they are in a position of leadership, and they're going to dictate pace to you. Microsoft is actually being dictated to. They're listening to their fans and giving you what the fans want. So if fans tell you that they will love to have their games date and date, and if you do this, we will purchase. Have you heard about what Game Pass sales numbers is? Because I believe they're going to be topping PlayStation now if they haven't bodied them already.
let me get Forte. He's riding with you. Forte's riding with you. He said, $5 super chat. Remember, this is GameStop in the building. Sold my last Xbox One X out the door. Yes, the drug deals are real. 2 years of Game Pass with GTA, NBA 2K20, and Destiny Shadowkeep. Shadowkeep, maybe another game. $603 of that truck money gone. They out of control. So he said that he's seeing the effects of Game Pass as the new way. So basically, what you said in a nutshell, King, just to clarify, because I know that the chat is some contention here. That you're saying this is the new transition. You're saying this is the transition from them, like as far as what they're looking at. They'd rather your engagement in their service that benefits them more than the physical sale, and this is where you see the market.
This reminds me of? This reminds me of when it used to be people had to keep up with physical and digital, and then they only kept up with physical at first. For the longest time, NPDs was only physical. And then the market changed so rapidly that they're like, look, we can't be accurate with just physical units anymore. So they had to start, covering digital as well. It's going to be the same thing. Sooner or later, they're going to have to count subscription numbers as well into that because the market's changing. Look what happened with the video market before Netflix showed up.
My question to them is, what are you holding on to? What are you afraid of? Like, what is this? Why are you so hell-bent on being against a subscription service that only benefits you? So I struggle with this thought. That you would rather pay $70 to have a piece of plastic in your hand than to have 100 games that you can bounce through and do whatever you choose that rotate always. But you would rather have that one biscuit. I just want to know, what the hell are you holding on to?
Well, me personally, I just love the idea of having a library and going in and grabbing something off the shelf and playing it whenever I want for the rest of my life.
Okay. And you know what I like? I like going to my Xbox, not getting up off that couch and pressing download, not going to and shuffling and trying to figure out. And then what happens if you got a scratch on your limited edition that they no longer make? What happens if you have a scratch on it and you put it in and you can't play your game? I mean, what happens then? My joint is I sit there, I'm playing a game, and I saw a game. I said, download. I like that. Let me try that. Like, it's a buffet. You ever went to a buffet with mad dessert? I'm eating mad desserts. I'm being what is that? Slothful? I'm being a sloth right now. I'm gluttonous. Matter of fact, no, I'm gluttonous. See, they're giving you one of those, what is that? The 7 deadly sins? Gluttony? Game Pass is gluttony. And I'm putting ice cream with Jell-O and cookies on top of my plate, and I'm walking away with my Jell-O, my ice cream, and my cookies while you're looking through the window saying, nah, I'm just gonna go buy this over here because I want it for life. Oh my god! Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'll feel you. It's an age-old order again. G. Mark Lewis, $2 super chat. At King, people hate what they don't have. Oh my god! I'll finish on it. We've been going long. This is a long show. And then, oh man, Smitty Smith. $5 super chat. Hey King, they must be watching their weight by having that one brisket. Out of control. Listen, man, it's choice. I will admit, I was surprised a little bit. You know what I'm saying, to see about the whole Ori thing, And I just, like I said, for me personally, maybe King, I am holding on, right? Maybe I'm holding on too much to the old way of things, and as far as the sales and stuff. But
you forced me into digital. What the hell?
No, I like digital. I am digital all day with it. You know what I'm saying? I am just as lazy as you. I want the library.
Yes.
I want the fact that Streets of Rage next week and Gears Tactics will be on my PC and on my Xbox immediately when they launch. I will be there. So I ain't that sentimental. But listen, I get the argument. I get the argument to Gene, what Gene is saying as far as the physical, and I know some people still struggle with it. But it is curious to see if the trends go what you're saying, King, which is, you know, as Game Pass gets more in notoriety and market share and visibility, is that reflective of people now saying, hey, I'm just going to stay on Game Pass, there's no need to buy it? Maybe is that an example of the market shifting? So these are all questions. We got to get Matt back on. We got to get Matt Piscatello on. I'm very curious about that. That would be a great discussion point for him. But that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Unless Rage,
we done went on.
Rage, you good?
Actually, yeah. I got something that's unrelated to the conversations that I've actually just been looking out on Twitter here.
Yes,
There's something I need to warn everybody about right now.
Let's get it.
So, if you're a fan of The Last of Us Part 2, there are major spoilers going out right now of leaked footage of the end of the game going out in the wild. So if you're part of any Last of Us discussions online whatsoever, mute yourself, block people, because if you don't want these major spoilers to ruin the game for you, look out.
I heard it. Last of Us peeps, man. Use your Twitter blocks, your spoiling, all that, man. It's just spooky out there.
Very disgruntled employees right now. So
wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so you heard it here first from Rage with the exclusive, man. We're gonna get this poll question to get up out of here. New poll question: with the latest rumors surrounding Halo Infinite's future and features, which of these elements are most important to you for the title, specifically on the Series X? The choices are A. They said, let me get those spoilers. Y'all savage. A. Scalability.
You better just get the spoiler. It's hard to tell them when you play the game.
I know, right? Halo Infinite on the Series X needs to show a huge graphical difference from current gen hardware. B. New game mode or mechanics. Infinite needs to do something different. Solve it, love that one. C. Narrative. Halo story must be epic. Or D, I don't care if that multiplayer ain't popping, 343 is in the bushes. Those are the choices. Please rock the vote when it goes up on ILP Twitter. Lord Ragevirus of the Neon Garden of Gaming Perspective and LordsOfGaming.net. Where can the find you? What's going on, sir?
Well, people can find me on Twitter at Ragevirus_X, and as well on my upcoming channel, The Neon Garden, over on YouTube, and all my fun writing stuff over at LordsOfGaming.net.
Best damn game website. Say it.
That's right.
That's right. And of course, another of LordsOfGaming.net's own, the immaculate Lord Gene 3737. My man, what is going on with you? Where can people find you?
Find me on Twitter at 37Gene37 and on the lordsofgaming.net.
No doubt. Tell them about that Sony column you got. What is it? Circle Cross?
Once a month we're going to be doing an editorial on the PlayStation 5 coverage, summarizing what we've learned the month and then speculating what we're going to learn the next month.
No doubt.
So it's going to be like one line. Controller.
Oh my. Shout out. Yo, salute to y'all, man. I know, it's so petty, so messy. Salute to y'all, man. Again,
he knows me.
I wish the face buttons had their colors, and then that's the whole article.
Yo, salute to G, man. He's got a tremendous article right now. Review up right now. Deliver Us from the Moon for all platforms, y'all. Y'all can check it out. If you got PC, you want to see that ray tracing, go check it out. If you got PlayStation 4, you can check it out. If you got Xbox, you got it in Game Pass right now. Deliver Us the Moon. He's got his review up. It is getting some critical.
If you got PlayStation, go buy it. If you got Game Pass, go try it.
Game Pass plug as always from King. I would not expect anything less. Lord Addict, man, where can people find you? What you got going on, sir?
You can find me on Twitter at Lord Addict ILP. King David, everyone here, we thrive to make the show better. So, with the generosity from the super chats,
wow,
I'm gonna be on camera every week now.
Woo!
So
There we go.
Let's see that beard, man. You got Rage
so
out here beating you.
We got a green screen coming to me because I have too many people coming in and out of my room. So that will be a little bit more personal podcast to you guys. We do anything we can to improve the podcast, and because of the amazing support we get from the community. I mean, we had so many people in here, from super chats to the people liking the podcast to the chat was lit.
Yes.
And I definitely appreciate every one of you for coming out.
No doubt. Lord King with the What is going on with you making it 5 people watching? You on fire today.
First, I would like to give much respect to Rage. Nice meeting you, brother. I love the story, and I tell people always, as gamers, we like to live in this little bubble, thinking we're the only ones on this planet doing that one thing, and we're just like shrimp. There's millions of us doing the same exact thing. And y'all was doing what we was doing, and it's so fantastic just to hear it, and it keeps hammering home the whole thought that we are one.
Yes,
we are gamers. It's not just PlayStation or Xbox. It's gamers, and I'm glad that you said that in the beginning.
Yes,
and I love your Nintendo 64 as your console. Gene, shout out to my man Gene.
Yeah,
I got a chance to meet Gene when we went to PAX. He braved PAX. This is when the Carnivorous was on the outskirts, and we were still
shout
unknown.
Shout out to his face for calming and cough in the road. Shout out to salute
yo,
for being strong.
You gotta
for being
see
strong.
That
you
video.
were strong, brother.
Yeah. So. And he was living his best life. We had such a great time.
I thought Cognito was choking there for a second.
It's too funny. I had to laugh too.
We had such a great time, and he is such a great guy. Please read every article that he puts up, because I'm gonna tell you right now, when we were in interviews, he was taking notes, right, for his articles. So if y'all guys think that we're going and having such a great time, it's fun, but that man put in the grind. So while we're taking audio, which is the easy part, and video is the easy part, he's writing this down to get out the article. All right. And he was sitting inside the room putting up those articles just like everybody else, and doing the translations and all this great stuff. Salute to you, sir. I do respect all your hard work.
And salute to the home team and the away team. Shout out to Rage. You guys on the other side, conveying all the information that we were giving to you guys, putting them up. I believe you had Elden Ring, Lord Rage, that went, I believe that went up. And shout out to our boy Chris Charla. They gave you some kudos. So it's good to see. We like to celebrate you guys as much as possible. We're gonna try to bring more of LordsOfGaming.net, because there's many more of us. And these guys, I am honored to be a part of this team. I mean, to see the growth from the site. Addict hits me up all the time. He's like, yo, this is super impressive. Salute to our editors, Lord Dizzy, you know what I'm saying, Lord Josh, Ain't the Frost, and of course, Undead 3XVI. Everybody in the realm, man, it is super lit. That's all I got to say on it. As far as me, again, thank y'all for the support, for Last Word and all that good stuff. Support King of Statues, please. All that good stuff. Me and Act are also cooking up something. We're gonna be trying to do some more.
It's in 4K. It's in 4K. It's in 4K.
Yes. Let's let y'all know.
Size of that file.
If you want 4K, you know what I'm saying? Shout out. Dizzy said had to give High. Yeah, shout out to High, the admin of the year. Hector and Josh, a shout out last night. Yes, yo, catch Dizzy, man. He been moving out here. He's on a lot of shows. He was on the Shop podcast. He was on everything, man. He's about to be on Weapon Wheel tonight. You were everywhere, man. He's more popular than me. So look, everybody enjoy your Sunday. We're gonna give y'all that fresh outro unless anybody got anything else. No, 3 hours in. We gotta be out. Peace.